You can do your own.
Dual streaming or something.
To see how much more can be than you expected. We can't
I'm
change
dual streaming, baby.
but we can help
Hold
you
on, don't turn it off yet. Let them see this thing.
hospital bill.
Let them see this thing. Yeah, man, we buy cool stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Some people got a Harley. I got to pull up on this. This when you a bus, you got to pull up on this. Hey, Nacho, get me, man. I pulled up on this, man. Oh, oh, you got to pause it now. You got to pause the Bluetooth. Pause the Bluetooth, man. We got to pause. Yeah, man, we had the music going on there. It's Bluetooth and everything. You know what I'm talking about? Dual screaming. I buy cool stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Nacho, get me on here, man. You know what I'm talking about? Get me on here, man. You know what I mean?
What the fuck?
I buy cool stuff,
What the fuck
cuz.
is two on?
I'm a bus. So, hey, you
I
see
got
that?
them. I got
You
them.
see that? You see that? They see the twerk. They see the twerk.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Shaq and them got Harleys. I got this.
This nigga here, man. Nigga 12, man.
Yeah. Act like you don't know about your.
What you don't do?
What you gonna do?
All right. Your ass fall, it's over with.
Huh?
Insurance good?
It sure is good.
All right. The house insurance too?
It sure is good.
Okay. You damn sure try to go through there.
I'm just saying. Hey, I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Turn that thing to the side, profile that thing. You know what I'm saying? When you a bus, you know, you get one of these. That's that bus live. These lame, boring niggas with money. These niggas bored with money. These niggas, we have fun, nigga. Nigga, I saw this. I said, oh, man, I can Bluetooth this thing? I'm going to be riding on the beach with this tomorrow.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm going to the island tomorrow, Nacho. Yeah, I'm going to be riding on the beach. Bus life bike.
Mhm.
Hey, man, we need to get the fire going now. Why you got the lights off? Power don't work? Oh, you know the lights. They going to say ain't no power out here. I'm saying, we got light right here. Know what I'm saying? These niggas boring, man. Rich ass bored. These some rich bored losers. Hey, look here, man. I'm gonna be on the beach with this thing in stealth mode tomorrow, boy. I'm talking about Bluetooth. I'm talking about no gas. I'm talking about, boy, look at here. Bus life on the bike, baby. Digital everything. Digital dash. Know what I'm saying? I got a digital dash on them. Know what I'm talking about? I got a digital dash on. Hey, I gotta show y'all something. This loser from New York talking crazy. Talking about you can't do this, you can't do this, can't do that. This loser from New York was talking crazy, man. You got a nice cold pit. You gotta lay one of them things down. No, that's plenty. That's a big bag of charcoal right there by the couch. Right there. Big bag of charcoal over there. Hey man, let me show y'all something, man. This is a big loser. I got my pretty shoes on again. Yeah, I fucked up these pretty shoes. Nah, I ain't gonna use this one. I'm gonna go over here with my laptop at. Ah. So I had a guy that said you can't be in stream yards. What is this thing doing? He said you can't be in StreamYard. Get out the way. He said Kwame can't be in StreamYards and be watching or doing something in the background. I said, okay, you're a dummy. I said, he's like, oh, he's just making this up. And I'm like, okay, man. I'm just making it up. That's me right there, y'all. But I'm just making this up, clown. This is me. All right, but let me put it on mute. I want y'all to just watch. Now, I just had to show a loser that was trying to say, hey, man, Kwame don't know how to do the stuff he talking about. You can't be on YouTube and be on StreamYards at the same time. You can't get to that screen. I just had to show this loser that he didn't know what he was talking about. Well, here's a little New York loser. You know what I mean? I had to show him he don't know what he talking about. You can be on StreamYards, hit the plus sign, and go turn the DVR off. You can go do everything I said you can do, but he didn't know that, so I had to show him live. A lot of these guys think they're muy inteligente because they know how to work YouTube. No, truckers don't know how to work real life, but they know how to work YouTube. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, man. Let me take my sea moss. Let me take my sea moss. I don't have it but in a tablet tonight. Let me take my beats. Sea moss and beat. Nacho, that's you? Are you doing two lives at once? Nah, we just trying to show no stupid arenas that everybody can do vertical and horizontal lives at the same time. That was one of his flexes. I'm live, vertical, and horizontal at the same time on all platforms. Order eating right now. I just popped open me some slit smoked liquor. I love this damn water. Slit smart liquor water. That water just feels and tastes so good coming out of a glass bottle. I don't know what it is. Man, that's what I'm talking about, man. I like the profile out here, Nacho. I like the profile. This nigga be jealous, man. We profiling out here. They say we live here now. Yeah, you don't move there? Shit, I got enough space back here. You put a little tiny home back there. Yeah, put your little tiny home back there. Put on 300 square foot right there. Yeah. Nacho back here trying to goddamn burn the house down. Oh, so you gonna mix in pine? That look like those blocks look like pine. I wouldn't give a damn. It's gonna be fire. We can't cook no oysters with that. You gotta take that out of there. Shit, me, you gotta knock that wood out of there, Jack. Shit. Or we gonna have to wait that shit burn down or nothing. I'm gonna start me another fire on the other grill. Yeah, you need to snatch them shits up out here. I can feel the glue sizzling on the glue bubbling up. Man, I was just trying to get my fire started. Man, I smell that glue. Man, you with that bull. Man, I'm gonna go get some more wood out the garage. Watch this. Let's go get that wood out the garage. You don't need this glue shit up in here. Glue? Man, it's glue in this. It's treated. I guess. Yeah, that wood, that's treated, Jack. You don't want that in there. I was gonna do what I needed to do. Catch this other shit on fire. Trap music say Gil went crazy. He ethered you. You thought that was an ether? Cause a nigga sat up there and lied the whole time. Every day, same shit. That's all they do. Gilbert ethered you. Gilbert ethered you. Okay, let me be ethered then. Nigga, I'ma play Karceno video in a minute. I told you it's gonna be somebody that redo the video. And they're gonna debunk everything Gilbert said. He say Tyson Chandler was killing in the playoffs. Tyson Chandler wasn't doing shit when I was there. My first weld was successful. Hmm. My light blown today in the garage, so I can't show it. But my first weld was right here. Very successful. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Me. I hit that thing. That first weld was successful. Let me see if I can get this little light right here. Come on. Yeah. That first weld was pretty good. Yeah, it's all beat up, but I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get there. Yeah, it's my first weld, y'all. Mhm. And I don't want to hear nothing about that Carceno had to help Kwame and all that, because we already know that nigga got a nigga in the pool house. He got somebody in the pool house helping him. So we don't want to hear that. We already know he don't know how to do nothing on his own. He don't know how to do anything on his own. So I wasn't finna waste no time arguing with him. I told him, you can say what you want to say. If that's what you saying, if that's what it is, cool. Read Carceno comment. Kwame, hold on. We got big blocks of wood, B. We don't need no glue. That's real wood there, B. Man, damn your TP. We getting a fire going. Let me find Carceno comment. KB turn the monetization on auto and high. Turn the monetizations on auto and high. Auto and high. All right. See, no, look at my bike, man. While everybody else went out and bought a Harley, I went out and got this. You know what I'm saying? It's all electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie. You know what I'm saying? Got shocks on it. They ain't Fox shocks, but I'm gonna upgrade this thing, get big lights on it. I'm gonna get all the upgrades. I'm gonna get upgraded speakers. You know what I'm talking about? Thank you, thank you. Can lift what? This is my little motorbike, man. Hey, look at Nacho glow in the dark pants, y'all. This nigga wearing glow in the dark kitty pants. Look at yeah, nigga. Got you. Says you gonna go home fuck with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, since you got pictures at the house, you threatening me.
It's kind of glowing, ain't
Yeah, you got them glow stick pants. Well, this fire gonna be nice. Yeah, I'm gonna make the seat lift up. Now, man, look here. I like this thing, man. We rolling. This thing fast, too. Yeah, I can fit on this. Nacho, give him the side profile, please. They tripping. Give him the side profile, please.
it? Yeah, it's surprising that nigga knees ain't touching.
Bust light. Bust light. This thing big. Let me move this off here. Oh, you done knocked the plastic off the other side.
I did it then.
Yeah.
Yeah. What plastic, cuz?
This.
Yeah, fuck that plastic. It's supposed to come off anyway.
No, you snatched the plastic off.
All right.
Knees by your ear. No, they not. I'm straight. Look, man, I fit just fine. Yeah, I'm straight. Ain't my bike look 1 foot tall. Man, it's a baby chopper. Y'all mad because I'm riding around with a baby chopper. A baby Harley. You said well using sunglasses? Man, I need to well using sunglasses because I can't see shit. Go back to monetization and turn it on auto and high. Let me go back over there. Let me go back to my monetization. Go ahead, big dog. Oh, you drinking them cold beers in the cold? You better bring your ass back in the heat. How the hell you drinking cold beers in the cold? Too damn cold out there, Jack. You go ahead and turn your music on. That bike got Bluetooth speakers. Country life. We don't care what others think. Yeah, man. Yeah, they gonna be out there. Look at that little old shit. I got a chopper. Cool. I'm just saying, baby. Hey, picture me rolling. Now let me go back over here. Let me see if I can fix what Cino's talking about. Let me go back to the monetization. Mm-mm. Hmm. It don't show me where. It don't show me where to turn it on high. As where does it say? Where does it show to turn on high? I see monetization. I don't see where it says manual mode, frequency high. That's what was wrong. Say. All right, let me go to the other one. Let me go to the other one. Back. Edit. Monetization. I don't know why it's on manual. Frequency high. It's my great now ads every 3 minutes. Yeah, I wasn't doing y'all like that, man. Hold on, let me go on this one. Cino say your money will come. Salute to you, Cino. Yeah, man, we about to get into this. Well, y'all can't hear that music out there, can y'all? Because I might have to move. If y'all can hear that music, I'm gonna have to move. I ain't know those speakers was that damn man. Hey, now Joe, you might have to pull it over there by you. Oh no, they can't hear it. Never mind, never mind, never mind, they can't hear it. All right, let me go to my boy Cino page real quick because this was a shellacking. Like I haven't seen a dismantling uh like this in a long time. And I told him, I'm like, bro, you gonna do it. You gonna step in that quicksand. The man, hey, I told him, I said, listen, what's gonna end up happening? Oh, I don't want that one.
Yeah, I told him, I said, what's going to end up happening is that somebody's going to do a response and they're going to do the thing that your so-called editor does. And they're going to do a review and they're going to fact check the things you say and not the manipulation tactics that you do, not this corny stuff that you did. Well, you so corny. Like, you so corny. I can't believe how corny you are. So all this BS lies and stuff you told, I don't really want to go through the 3 hours, but it was such a master class in breaking down all the lies you said. This is why I call Cino the black hole. He's been doing YouTube for like 10 years prior to me and you getting on YouTube. So the guy that you have helping you, matter of fact, bring my mic up in here. Hold on. Hold on. This ain't right. There you go. There we go. There we go. All right. I know y'all can hear me now. Yeah, but see, the guy you got helping you, got you to do this whack stuff that you did, man. And shout out to Cino, man. Real dude. That took his time. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to take his time to break down everything you said. It was 6 hours of a bunch of bullshit that you trying to deflect. I don't know how we got here. I wasn't talking to you about basketball other than the fact that your coach and your two captains said you ruined the Washington Wizards. So instead of you mentioning that, it turned into the Kwame show. I think that's whack. I think you showing your Keisha. And this last stunt, I'm glad you said you was done because, yeah, I'm not done with you, though. I'm not done with you. Oh, yeah, I'm not done with you yet. No, I'm letting everybody know now I ain't done with you. Come here. Not so fast. Not so fast. And I'm not going to be really saying nothing on YouTube like that. But not so fast, my friend. I can't let you go nowhere like that. Yeah, I some new things was I discovered some new things. So I can't just let him run from that. And then based on the text messages that I sent him, it let me know he was perturbed by the little test that I threw out there. So now I know that test is telling the truth. So yeah. Cutting Edge gifted one Kwame Brown Bus Life membership. Appreciate you. And let me take this damn thing off real quick before I get a fine by YouTube. Yeah, I don't want nobody to see that. So check this out. Let's play this video. Let's play this video. Hold on, y'all.
Nobody was bothering you. People tried to ask you on social media. You said, "Oh, I don't want none of that. I know what Kwame could do. I watched him and his brother beat up an entire nightclub." That's what you said. That is exactly them words came out of your mouth in the very beginning. See, you want to make the beginning what you want it to be. Let's go to the beginning of this so that we can get established why this even happened in the first place, this discourse. Now, let's go to established reasons. You're trying to come into Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. You came to them asking them to give you advice and help you with your podcast show. You was in the final deals of your show. You had already had a show called Out of Bounds with another guy, yourself, and Mia Khalifa, the former adult film star, right? And she quit the show because she couldn't take all the abuse. And the show was tanking anyway.
So for all the people that thought he had such popularity prior to coming to YouTube talking about me, that's false. He didn't have no popularity at all.
They were just showing up there to bash her. She couldn't take it. So that show failed. Then you got your FUBU sports show with you and Josiah, right? Y'all doing that. Y'all think it's going very well. Pam is running the show. And I know Pam from when she was at DirecTV. And you didn't know I knew Pam. And it's very funny that this has been an ongoing thing between us, that you keep thinking I don't know things. As you said in one of the messages that you sent me, you're the only one that has the ability to go live, vertical and horizontal. You're the only one that has access to do that. I just waited for the right moment to show you were a liar, because we're live, vertical, and horizontal at the same time. So, wanted to prove you on this video, you're a liar. But it don't stop there, don't stop there, don't stop there. Here we go. This man decided that he was going to get upset at something I said once he went on DJ Vlad and spoke about Kwame Brown. He got mad at the fact Kwame said, Kwame made a video just commenting on it like, I would appreciate, I've already talked to you and I told you, don't speak on me. And I said, I didn't even think he said anything bad about him. And it wasn't a matter about him saying something bad. I don't want that person to say nothing about me. I don't want you talking for me, even if it's like.
And again, I don't know how we got to this point. I really don't, because I asked him just not to talk about me. That's one. Number two, all I did was review a video of him, his coach talking about him. If he goes to jail next year, I'm going to do a video about it. If the charges get dropped, I'm going to do a video about it. That's all I've been doing is reporting the news like I'm supposed to. So I do not understand what he's so upset about. I just think he got used like a little boy once again by Vlad TV.
He was a great teammate. I don't want that person saying anything about me. Many of us didn't understand it then, but believe me, we understand it now, don't we? It's all about who the messenger is. I wouldn't want that guy saying anything about me, positive or negative. Exactly. Now, I make a video in response to that of what happened, right? I remember, I have never said anything bad about Gil. I've had about 3 videos about Gil. I called him an NBA legend. I was like, NBA great. I called him NBA great or something in one video about Meek Mill, Nicki Minaj, or something like that. And I talked about his wife and Shaq back in 2016. I've done that back in 2016. I've had about 3 videos about you, and I went off about you and Lou Williams about what y'all said about 90s players. That was in 2019, before me and Kwame had ever spoke. That was the only time you was ever mentioned. And the whole thing with Matt Barnes and Jack, that had nothing to do with you. And we're doing all hundreds of thousands of views, 300,000 of views. And you was watching all of those numbers. Kwame, what Kwame was doing, what I was doing. And we cracking it on YouTube.
Oh, he even admitted it. He said, I've been studying you for the last 2 years. Why would somebody need to study somebody that's a bust? Why would you studying me? You should be studying somebody else. Then you guys started flagging. Then you guys got in the Discord. You guys are flagging me now. So I just turned up on you in real life. You know, I'm going to always turn up. And it's just God. It ain't me. I'm going to always give a credit to God. I know I don't deserve everything I got going on. So it can't be me. It's just God's work. So you guys can hate. You guys can say whatever. You guys can do whatever. I don't care.
Numbers is going insane. And you sitting there watching my numbers, watching Kwame's numbers, and you want it in. You want it in. See, that's what this whole thing is really about.
Brandon Green said gifted $5 Kwame Brown Bus Life membership. Salute to you, bro. Yeah, that's what this is all about. He wanted in on this. I'm glad he got in. I mean, hopefully he goes off and does great and don't have to mention me. If I do something and I go viral, by all means, talk about it. But I'm not you. I live a peaceful, quiet life. I mind my business. When I speak about something, I speak about it, and that's it. I am going to speak about Bronny. I am going to speak about the Lakers, and I think that's going to upset them. But other than that, hey.
That's what this whole thing has been about the whole time. You want it in. How are they doing that? How is they getting all this? I should be involved. That's what this whole thing was about, ladies and gentlemen. This man has been lying to you. Now, the initial video I made, first video about Kwame and Gil ever.
What's up? It's your boy Karceno here.
Listen to the first words.
What's good out there?
Listen.
Happy holiday.
Happy holiday.
People gonna say why I didn't talk about Gil. Why you ain't talk about Gil? You should have spoke about Gil.
I didn't even speak about it when he did the interview on Vlad. Kwame addressed it. I wasn't even gonna say anything. The people in my chat wanted me to respond to it. That's the only reason why, Gil. They asked me to respond.
There's bigger things in the world going on in Gilbert Arenas.
Boom. There were bigger things going on in Gilbert Arenas. You're not even in the stratosphere of anybody talking about you. Nobody was thinking about you. No one.
Plus, didn't Kwame address Gil already? I don't know why my opinion on Gil really matters to people, but I saw the Vlad interview. I didn't really take it as disrespect towards Kwame, but it's not what I think at all. It's about what Kwame thinks. What I'm looking at it as I see Vlad is trying to rehash something to get something interesting out of the interview, something to spark up that controversy, get that back flaming. So yeah, that's what, because he wanted Kwame on his show back when all this stuff was blowing up with Captain Jack and all that. So Vlad is thinking, look, let's dig up this energy back up. We can get this going. I got Gil here. Let's get this Kwame Brown energy back. So hopefully Kwame come on here and we can get that dynamite lit that I tried to get earlier.
And that's what it was about. DJ Vlad was trying to use Gil so he could try to get, because Kwame didn't come on his show. Because Kwame didn't go on his show, he gonna interview anybody in.
And I knew that, so I just asked him, I'm like, look, just don't say anything else about me, because I know I'm not going on the show. I'm not going. So if you're going to say, just don't say nothing about me, period. Please. You know what I mean? Just do your thing. Don't say nothing else about me. And that lasted for about a month or two, maybe 3.
Throw Kwame's name up. He did the same thing with Marlon Wayans. He did the same thing with Tyrese. He did the same thing about everybody who don't want to interview with him. And like I said, it's not what I think. It's about what Kwame thinks. Because Kwame was the one who he was talking about on Vlad. So what I think didn't really matter. I'm like, well, I didn't hear nothing that he said that was really out of bounds. But he's like, it don't even matter. I don't want a person like that speaking for me. And I understand that. I don't understand what the problem was. I just don't want, but I didn't say nothing. I don't want you talking for me. I talked to you and I told you, just don't speak on me. If they bring my name up, change the subject. You're always good at changing the subject. Why couldn't you do it here? Why couldn't you do it
here? Gil keeps talking about basketball and we only talking about the game, you know.
And this is why he got upset with me. See, I know why you're mad at me, Gil. I can go to the very first video, this video, and this is going to detail your problem with me. And we're going to go, this is the problem.
Basketball is what they doing, and basketball is, and if we redid the draft, you know, I would be number one there. If somebody was the pick, I would be the number one pick in that draft.
See, I didn't know that Gilbert Arenas said that if we redid the draft, that he'd be the number one pick. I didn't watch that live. I don't really watch Gilbert, but that sounds about right for him. He wants to rewrite history because he's a dummy. Him and Tracy McGrady, that's why they hang out. They feel so much regret about their basketball career that they can't just move on in life. Gil, if everybody redid the draft, they would have thrown your ass out of pre-draft camp. You were a dummy that had guns in college. You were a dummy that brought guns to the NBA. Like, if they knew what they knew now, on top of you're not going to win any playoff games or championships, along with that, what you bring to the table, you go undrafted. Like, what are you talking about? What are you, boy? You really look at yourself as here when you really like here. Like, you look at yourself. That's good to have like a high self-esteem. That's real good. You got a high self-esteem. I'll say that.
Really?
That's
Knowing
what
what we know now. Really? Like, if you can see everybody's career, if I can see Gilbert Arenas' career and I can see Kwame Brown's career, which player do I want? If I go back in the draft, I'm not taking Gilbert Arenas. I'm going to evaluate everybody's talent before I draft, but I would take Kwame over him in a heartbeat. Why?
He would definitely be a lottery pick. No, he would not. You guys are only focused on basketball. You said knowing what we know now. Knowing what we know now, if we knew that Gilbert Arenas was going to bring guns to the locker room and all the stuff that he did, you think he'd be a lottery pick? In this moist NBA where you can't do nothing wrong, he's going to have charges in college, charges in the league. He's going to be an international pimp. You think so? Yeah, right. If we did the draft all over again, that means I got my same skill set. That means I'm going to be the number one draft pick all over again. Don't let it fool you. We still got to go through the process. We still got to work out again. We still got to play one-on-one, and you still got to come see me. MJ not going to be on the court in them workouts. So if MJ not going to be out there that's the only thing that's going to save him is MJ coming out there. Barring MJ not coming out there and not coming back, if you have the draft all over again, I don't give a fuck what you know now. The ass whipping that I'm going to put on them, I'm going to be the number one draft pick all over again. So you could talk all this behind the scenes after we know this talk, but Gilbert know what time it is. I really wish they would release the tapes. Like, stop all this talking and stop all this woulda, coulda, if, shoulda, this and this and that. Play the tape for when I got drafted where it ain't nobody else in the way and it's just me and the person in front of me. And you'll see why I got drafted number one and why I'll get drafted number one again, probably over and over again.
Because Gilbert Arenas is not going to make your team better.
Gilbert Arenas is not going to make your team better. I would take Kwame in a heartbeat. If we redid the draft, knowing everything we know now, Gilbert Arenas, you don't get drafted. You don't make an NBA basketball team. So when you said, let's redo the draft, I would be number one. Yes, that's right. I had a problem with what you said because it didn't make any sense. You would not be drafted. You wouldn't probably be on the G League. That hurt his feelings. That's when it all got started. Right there. Because that hurt his feelings. Because if you look back, who gonna draft a guy that's brought guns in the locker room, had a gun issue in the locker room, all the headache he was to general managers and coaches, everything we know now, you would be number one. You almost didn't make the league. You almost didn't get drafted because what you did in pre-draft camp. You was the second round pick.
I think people keep forgetting that he almost didn't get drafted this go around. So if they know what he did now, then he's not gonna get drafted. But he's in his mind, he's so slow. He only thinks about basketball. If they know this is what is gonna come with this person, man, please.
Outlaw, I'm not worried about that dude. You know, that he already been exposed. His mask came off and we saw his true identity. So he can't never hide no more. Like, that guy's irrelevant. So we don't even bring him up in conversations. You know, we know what it is with him. He can't come back. He could dance around and be phony all he wants. The same guy you was talking about, he was on Kwame's live stream, never camming up at all. Only time he cammed up is when he saw Hassan Campbell on there. Now, why would he do that? Because he want his picture out there with Hassan Campbell. You see what I'm saying? But he said he won't. I only do sports. I want nothing to do with no bitch of that. So I already seen what this guy was about. He's number one in the draft pick. He said that's why he hates me. Exactly. He want to be number one. He's mad that a high school player, KB. He's mad that a high school player, not just you, about 5 high school players were rated better than him. About 5 high school players.
And he the guy that coached Bronny. 5 high school players right now better than Bronny. And so that's why he probably so mad. He can sympathize with Bronny knowing that 5 high school players were better than him, you know, when he was in college. So maybe that's why he's so hurt. You and Cino are killing it today. Salute. Philly Fighter, new member. Philly Fighter, new member. Salute, salute.
Players were picked before him. And I'm like, man, was you better than Mike Miller? I think Mike Miller wasn't Mike Miller rookie of the year that year? I'm just going off of memory, but I think Mike Miller was probably rookie of the year, if I'm not mistaken. Because I think Mike Miller was in that draft, and he was rookie of the year. So you would go ahead of Mike Miller? Hell no. This is what I mean about manipulation and trying to create situations. This is what Draymond was talking about. Guys who've never won anything, making all of these things, like these observations as if they were winners. And he said, yeah, it was Mike. Okay, yeah. So right off the bat, he's mad at me over this take because I thought that was a ridiculous basketball take, saying that everything we know now, you don't get drafted. You don't get drafted. They amnestied you out of the NBA. They were like, we want you so far out of here. We got a whole new rule, the amnesty law, and we're going to use that to pay you not to play basketball. We're going to pay you to go. What in the world are you talking about? You have been estranged from the NBA world, from anything NBA related into recent years until you got into this situation with Kwame Brown, but we going to get there. So this is what got him. You're not going to start winning games with Gilbert. What Gilbert Arenas is going to do is look out for Gilbert Arenas. We've seen it. He's the kind of guy that will get 22 points in the first half and end up with 6 in the rest of the game. I want a guy that scores 6 in the first half but can give me 22 and when it counts, when the game's on the line. That person that had the same amount of points, but his will mean a lot more to the team. Now, I had no beef with Gilbert Arenas. When I said this, there's been no contact with Gilbert. There's been nothing. I made this statement in this video. This is it. He's upset about that. That's why he chose to come after me. He went on social media, on Instagram, and left me a message. And I didn't see it because I'm not on IG, and I don't follow Gilbert Arenas. But he made a post and tagged my name in it. And he was popping shit. And I was like, oh, whoa, wait a minute. What's this? Is this really Gil? Because I didn't know that was his real account. I didn't follow him on Instagram. So I said, oh, well, hold on now. You ready to pop that? I said, okay, is that what we doing today? Is that what we doing today? So I was all prepared. I said, okay, since you want to go this route, I went there, and the next thing you know, he deleted the message. And I said, whoa, where you at? Where you at, homie? Well, I don't see it. You did a lot of barking. Where your message at? So then when I was like, hey, man, you messaging me? Where's it at? I thought you left a message for me. That's the first time I went to him directly once I saw that first message, and I couldn't believe he had bumped his head enough to come in and say something to me. And I said, oh, my God. No, this boy didn't. And I was like, I didn't even read your rights to you yet. But since you want to play, I will be your huckleberry. You want to get into the ring. Now, because he took this whole mental breakdown he did that took 6 hours for him to deliberate. You know, I did a nice version, then I did a Patreon version. That none of y'all had a chance to see. Until now. Okay. This is the Patreon version. I'm gonna let y'all see this for the very first time. Since this is the last time.
But I'm glad it happened that way because now we get the Patreon version.
Patreon version.
Let me show you what this motherfucker did. All right. Look at this. Someone just texted me a link of you coming at me twice for no reason. First off, I never said anything in my career negative about Kwame. He's not speaking facts. He said he averaged 10 and 7, and I fucked up his money that summer, and people who averaged less got more money, and it was my fault he averaged 10 and 7 in 2003, 2004. Okay. Then he said, just got a message. Then he got hurt and only played 42 games and only started 14 of those games. He wasn't in our rotation. He averaged 5 points going into free agency, and he got $7 million a year. And everyone thought that was too much coming off his injury and performance. Then he speaks about a gun in the locker room issue he wasn't even a part of, because if he was, he would have known I never bought a gun. But I'm not going to attack Kwame the person because I don't know who he is now. I don't
attack Kwame the person because I don't know who he is now. You see, I don't attack Kwame the person because I don't know who he is now. You don't attack Kwame the person? Oh, this man tried to beat on his baby mama. He punched the glass. He cut him up. He got thrown downstairs. He's a drunk. Oh, he doing cocaine. He got booger sugar in his nose. You don't attack Kwame the person? That's all you've been doing. Kwame ain't played ball in I don't know how long. And all you doing is basically attacking Kwame the person. But this is what you said before you deleted it.
He gonna call me the person only the Wizard players I played with, and he is still top 3 or top 3 still. As for you, today, as of 10 minutes ago, I was aware of your post. So sending people at your page is false. I don't have Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook. Just Instagram is all I control, and I don't even do posting by myself on this page. So I don't know what y'all real issues are, but it can't be me because I haven't attacked anyone, right?
So here it is. I haven't attacked anyone. I don't even do posting by myself on this page, which was my point altogether. You have people doing things for you. That was my point. And you went and complained about this video that I did, that I was just showing y'all earlier. He went and complained about that. And his team or himself went ahead and decided to contact YouTube so they could put a yellow dollar sign that said it wasn't monetizable.
Look at that.
For no reason.
See that yellow?
See that yellow that was in there?
Boys, I got something for that, Gil. Now you know why you're gonna get it. So I just want you to know this is why you're getting it.
Yep.
In case you was wondering. So it don't look like I just started attacking Gil for no reason. Gil want to play politics, but he's supposed to be all for entertainment. Ain't that what you keep saying? Right, Gil? And we not even done, Gil. Oh, there's no chance.
Now, Gil wanted to play. So we're going to get to this a little later. I think I done went too far ahead. I went too far ahead. So let's go back to this one. We're going to get back to that one. But let's stay where we at here on this one, because I thought that was going to continue there. But let's stay this.
All right. So I made my video based off that. Then I wish I'd have waited, because this motherfucker comes right back and says, I just watched half your interview. And
oh, yeah. And now he's upset because now he didn't saw when I showed how the yellow dollar sign was on there. And then I got it fixed and turned it back green because there wasn't nothing wrong with it. I went above his head. So now whoever his team was that was working for him at YouTube.
What the fuck are you talking about? Right now, I'm into 20 NBA players. 17 of them are top 15 players. Motherfucker.
Hey, look, when I heard Cino play this part, dog, I fell on the floor laughing. I damn near cracked. This is typical Gilbert Arenas. He say things trying to sound all big willy, and then he have the stupid people in the chat literally coming to my page repeating the dumb stuff that he says. I'm like, did y'all hear what he said? Yeah, or you just love this celebrity? Look at what he texts Karceno. I mentor 20 NBA players. What is he telling them? Don't bring guns to the locker room. Don't bring guns to the locker room. He mentored 20 NBA players. 17 of them are the top 15 players. How can 17 people be the top 15 players? 17 are the top 15 players. Really, Gil? You tried, bro. It's okay. You tried.
Who the hell? Why the hell would anybody come to you to mentor? You can't even do fucking math. How is 17 gonna be the top 15 players? You dumb bastard. Anyway, I'm sure. Yeah, this was my Patreon version, so it was a little bit more raw. But this man says he mentors. We can all do math here. He mentors 20 NBA players. 17 of them are top 15 players. Huh? How 17 gonna be top 15 players? I can't come. You can't even do simple goddamn math. I wonder why you just play basketball. You can't even do simple goddamn math. Look at this dumbass boy. I mentored 20 NBA players and 17 of them is the top 15 in the country. Off reading this, I knew it was stupid. Off reading it, I knew this man was slow. He was on the short yellow button. But then again, he was a backseat baby. So we know this was the level of intelligence we were going to be dealing with. He missed a lot of schooling. Your favorite come to me for game advice 1 to 3 times a month. I don't throw players under the bus. She asked the question, I answered. He got mad because he went on Christian Leahy's show talking about, oh man, yeah, man, there's tons of players that sleep with, that's cheating on their wives. Why would you go on a show and volunteer that information? He got mad. I made a video about it, and all the other NBA players was like, yeah, they was hitting him up like, dog, you did, yeah, you voted. You putting that in the air like that? I hang with you, dog. You know, like, and he don't realize that that's stupid. So when I saw that, he got mad.
No, Gilbert is like a little kid, and he pays a lot of women, allegedly. I think I snapped. So when you pay a lot of women and then you want to see if you a pimp, I told you his mind, he wants to be this international pimp. So he'll say things about people's wives that don't think like him, mention cheating, and everybody don't have that setup where they just pay people. They have people that actually love them. So if they find out that they're cheating on them, they're hurt. So this guy will say stupid stuff like that for no reason. So that's why people just get away from him. And anybody that he's around, he make look bad. Like he makes me look bad even talking back and forth with him. That's why I said, hey, look, I just don't want you speaking about me. That's it. There ain't no beef. There ain't no problem. Just you personally. I would rather you not speak about me, if that's okay with you.
You threw him under the fucking bus, you dumb motherfucker. You just said it right there. She asked the question and I answered. No, she asked the question, you should have shut the fuck up, but you didn't. But we'll continue. Nobody's name, but the idea, he said nobody's name, but the idea of rich men do rich men things. If you have her contact, I never asked anyone to be edited because I don't care. No one ever knocked on my window or would have fucking dared, because who would take it personal if I don't say names? If someone said they knocked on my window and said that tag him in here, and let's see that same energy. It never happened. You over here following Kwame, and Kwame is exactly what he hates, a black man attacking black men. He don't know. He went at Lil Nas X and Westbrook for what? Because they was promoting homosexuality within the African-American community, promoting that shit and marketing shit towards kids. That's okay with you though, right, Gil? Bitch ass nigga. What'd he say? What did they do to Kwame? It's what they did to us, you dumb fuck. The reason Kwame won't interview me or bring me on his live when he goes live because he's full of shit. No, he don't want to fuck with your corny, fake ass from the valley. You're a valley nigga. You don't value nothing but money and fame. Yeah, see, this is my Patreon version. It was very strong. Now, here's the thing. That's his plan right there, Kwame. That's his plan. This is why he was doing this. He wanted in. The whole time. He saw all the attention Matt and Jack was getting. He's like, I got to get in here. This is my former teammate. How am I going to get some shine? Look at what he said. He told on himself in the very beginning. He said, the reason Kwame won't interview me or bring me on his live when he goes live because he is full of shit. Kwame knows 1,000% I'm going to take shit and talk shit about my team no matter what. I'm not going to talk shit about my teammate no matter what. He wanted to come. He wanted Kwame to interview him on his platform. He wanted to come up there and talk so he can get the attention. So he can get in the stratosphere. That's what this was all about. A bitch. He knows about you already. He don't need you on there. You want that shine. You want to be on there because you want to be a star. You want to blow yourself up. That's why your ass ain't on there. Kwame knows 1,000% I'm going to take shit. I'm not going to, I guess he meant talk shit about a teammate no matter what. So all this energy you have for me is whatever, 100. I don't know you to attack you personally, fam. Motherfucker, we ain't fam. You just said you don't know me, you motherfucker.
Now, this is the rich professional guy that's so busy doing whatever and being great that he's texting Karceno every day, all day. This is the guy that is so great, so whatever, texting Karceno all day long. Every day. If he miss a day, he'll text all day.
I've never attacked your business. I don't block people. I don't erase comments off my page. If you need me to be a sucker or soft for you to be a real nigga, the floor is all yours. You have no public outbursts from me because I do not have no personal issue with you, even though you have one with me. Everything he said was a lie. He did everything. He done erased comments off his page. He has deleted everything. We all know this is all lies. He's done every single thing he said he don't do here. He didn't have public outbursts. He done did everything, saying, oh, you got a personal energy with me. I don't attack people's businesses. That's exactly what he was doing. He done all of these things that he says he don't do, making him one of the biggest liars there is on the internet. Now, we were trying to clarify a lot of things that this man was doing behind the scenes because he was sitting there trying to make a picture and draw narratives and make it seem like, oh, it was something else. I was addressing Kwame's issue with me. No, you wanted to come on Kwame's platform. You wanted to get on that stage so that you could try to blow yourself up, and that's exactly what you did. He gave you the opportunity because he went on somebody else's live stream. You used other people so you could go live with them to try to bring Kwame in because they at that time was cool with Kwame. So you said, who can I manipulate so that I can get on Kwame's thing? I want to get Kwame, but he's not letting me up. Oh, dummy number one over here. I'm going to use him. Then he always talk about this guy. I'm going to go on this dummy's page, dummy number two. So yeah, I'm going to get all these dummies to be my friend. I'm the biggest guy they know. Like they like, hey, this guy played in NBA. I got an NBA basketball player. So now they're excited because even though in the real world, nobody looks at him as anything. They looked at him as a joke, a clown. So he couldn't go in anywhere and be seen with anybody. They wouldn't even take a picture with him. They'd be like, no pictures. I'll be around you, but no pictures. They had him nowhere to be found. Now, he's sitting there. Now he's trying to defend Lil Nas X. Exactly. But see, here's the thing. He's sitting there the whole time, right? The whole time, this guy is sitting there running a narrative and playing a game. So he goes live with this one guy who supposedly at the time was cool with KB. He's sitting there the whole time. And then he comes up there. KB just was somewhere out and he just took the link and came up there and started engaging with him. While he's in there, he's sitting in one little black chair in an all white room. He got pictures on the ground. He's sitting there all fat and roly-poly. Got big rolls of fat on the back of his neck. The man was looking real pitiful out here. So because he was looking so bad, even he went on the show and Brandon Marshall was like, I was finna say, man, like you was up here last time and you was just all fat and out of shape. Then he started the thing with Kwame. Kwame was like, we can take this up on my page. You want to come up there? And you can say what you got to say. Once he had access to go on Kwame's page, that's what he wanted to do. He came on my page, took the link, would come up there and chat. He took Kwame's page. That's where he really wanted to go. And he went through all these other avenues just so he can get in that algorithm. So that he can get his other channels that was dormant. He was like, okay, I'm going to go and reactivate those and get those going. This had nothing to do with Kwame. And like, oh, Kwame had a problem with me. That's what it was. This go way back when. Kwame had been talked about that and was through with that. And it moved on. This had everything to do with what you was trying to do in your plan of manipulation. All your moves were revealed right there. When you see, he won't interview me. You wanted Kwame to interview you? Did you ever ask Kwame to interview you? Because you forget that you was trying to get this man to do a show with you. You forgot that you even offered me to be on the show. Who told you the beef show wasn't going to work? You forgot that too? Me. I showed you that it wasn't going to work. That they already had this show. This show had been out on like 2 different platforms. The last one was Snap with all the comedians, not YouTubers, comedians, and it didn't work. So there's no way they're going to pay for a format of inexperienced people to come up there and do this for less money. You remember what the money was? You'll get $1,300 per episode. And I said, $1,300? And I'm like, well, how many shows are there? And I'm like, I'm not the beef thing. I don't do that. I'm not involved in it. That's beneath me to do. So if you want to do a sports show, he was talking about, well, I'm gonna try to do the sports show too, and I got this going on. And he's like, yeah, well, it'd be $1,300 a week, and then Kwame would be a co-host and that. And I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. I was like, I would do it if KB was gonna do it, but I'm not gonna do it for no $1,300 an episode, and I'm gonna be there 2 times to do the show. And I'm like, do I have to be in person? Because I don't like it's in your house. I don't want to be going to your house. I can do it via, we'll do a stream like we're doing now. I'm not gonna do that. But it was a way for him to be in control, but he had no control. And as we find out now, he's Mr. 50%. We know what that is. There was never any control about him. He never has control over the situation. He's never the boss. It's always somebody else is the boss. He just a worker hand. Everywhere he goes, someone else was the boss. Ernie Grunfield was the boss. He was never the one. Now, are you warmed up yet? Now, that's the warm-up round. Everybody warmed up now, right? Yeah, now we get into the grease. Yeah. Now we warming up. So now we know how it all started. Now we know where you came in at and how you brought me into this. Yeah, not the other way around as you tried to make it. Because nobody needed you and nobody was mentioning you. You brought nothing of value to the table, sir. As you can see, I was never even thinking about talking about you, ever. That's how irrelevant you were at that time. Nobody was thinking about you. Anybody that's talking about you now is because of Kwame Brown. Everything you got now, you owe half of it to Kwame. You should just cut him a check right now because you have nothing without Kwame Brown. You start going and yelling at Kwame Brown and trying to war with him. Back when you wouldn't even back Jack up. And Jack remembered that. Like, you came to me for help. Remember Jack told you that? You came to me, boy, for help on your podcast show.
That's a 100% fact. Jack told him, I'll never talk to you again. You came to me for help, and then you wouldn't talk to me. Then all of a sudden, when I have 406,000 subscribers, Gilbert Arenas comes out of nowhere, starts going on shows with this one guy, and then starts going on the shows with this other guy because nobody wasn't flying to LA for no $1,300 a week. What the hell are you talking about? He didn't know nothing about YouTube, so he didn't know I'm going dumb. Why would I fly to LA for $1,300 a month? A week? What are you talking about? I'd be wasting my time with that. But that's Gilbert Arenas, ladies and gentlemen.
When you wanted to get on Showtime, like we was on Showtime, you was trying to bring a show here. And you wanted me to help you do all that, but then you going like, I ain't got nothing to do with that with you and Kwame. I'm staying out. So he was like, okay, I already see what it is. Now you want to try to show your loyalty and then try to come at him later to try to get yourself in a position and get your numbers up. Now you want to act like you defending Matt and Jack. No, I'm in it. No, I'm in it. So now you want to go in and start your little fake rah-rah. So you go in there and create all your little fake rah-rah to get some attention. And Stephen A. Smith, who got involved, who got it? All of a sudden, Stephen A. wasn't dealing with you before that. You and Stephen A. had nothing to do with each other before that. Stephen A. heard you come out and you defend him. Now Stephen A. like you. Now you on Stephen A.'s radar. Why? Because Kwame Brown. Oh, he's talking to Kwame Brown. Yeah, see, Gilbert is a former teammate. Look, Gil saying that. Yeah, go Gil. I like Gil. You know what? We're going to call Gil. So now all these haters are linking up. Now Shannon Sharp opened his mouth about Kwame Brown on national TV.
And y'all don't see it, huh? I made all these little weaklings link up and link together and go get deal money and act like, oh, Kwame ain't nothing. All of you guys that said my name linked up together like little girls. Every last one of you. Stephen A. And then they had the same story. Oh, we got money. Yeah, okay. Keep running together and hiding in groups like I said y'all do.
Because what he said about LeBron James. And now here you come. You can't talk about LeBron like that. What about you? You jealous. And Shannon Sharp's a good guy. And then Shannon, oh man, that Gil, man. See that Gilbert Arenas, man. See, why don't you answer Gilbert Arenas? He's the guy. Now he cool with it. Now you got connections to people you never would be talking to. Even LeBron is texting you back now. Because you're trying to defend him with Kwame Brown. See, All of it was revolving around Kwame Brown. And now you back in good graces that the Washington Wizards players, the leaders of the team, Karan and Jameson, they come in there and they bring you back into the circle where they're going to come honor you in Washington, even though you've done nothing. Nothing to be honored for. They actually got you back into the graces of the league. Because Washington Wizards don't like the way Kwame Brown talk about them. And he barely.
Dang, Gil, I got you back good in with Washington, and this how you repay me? I bet you they were throwing stones at you in that city before I started talking bad about the city, and then you come rushing in, and they allowed you to come back to D.C. for I don't know what reason. You didn't win a damn thing. You didn't do nothing. But every time I speak about LeBron or Bronny, here come Gilbert. He's going to get in the algorithm somewhere or another. Here come Gilbert. Nobody was talking to this clown because he's Gilbert Arenas.
Even mentions them. He just said, look, I was a better organization when he got to the Lakers. They hated that. Oh, well. Now, all of the things you did, you went and made all of these observations for everybody else. And then you said, I'm trying to remember out of the 6-hour rant that I had to skim through because I'm not sitting to listen to Gil for 6 hours. You said behavior. First of all, behavior.
Yeah, he say everything, a damn thing I say. I say behavior, he say behavior. I say turnkey, he say turnkey. I say anything, I do anything, he's going to copy it. So it is what it is. Suckers been doing that for a long time with me, you know? Suckers take my swag, steal my stilo, take it to their old lady like they did it, you know? That's what happened. It's cool.
You said after the fact. That's what you said. Behavior after the fact. So after the fact, you're saying that when you were there, you was on your best behavior when Kwame was there. All the behavior problems started once when Kwame was gone. That's when your behavior got bad. They 100% correct about my behavior. That's what you said. Now, let's address that for a minute. Because this what makes it really interesting to me is that you would take such a route of negativity and go that way, right? Because you act like you were a model citizen until that point. Didn't Jerry Stackhouse get you out of jail? Wasn't it Jerry Stackhouse that had to come bail you out? He had to go down there because you didn't have a place to your car, so he had to go over there and bail your ass out of jail.
Why do I bring people like why do you bring people like Sino into your problems? He spoke about Sino, and Gil is not a problem. He just lied on open airways, and anybody can do the research. They just decided not to do it and just automatically thought that I was lying. So now there's a rebuttal to the stupid lies that he said. And it's very simple that he's deflecting, but hey, cool. Everything I said about him was confirmed. I said he went to jail a bunch of times in D.C. None of y'all knew. Jerry Stackhouse went up on his show in front of his face and said, I had to go bond you out of jail. Same story. Oh, you were riding around with bad tags. The exact same story. I said he was a horrible leader. I said he did whatever he wanted to do. He did a bunch of dumb shit. Then his coach comes up here and said, yeah, if Gilbert was a better leader, he called what happened to you karma, dude. He was talking about your behavior. So it's crazy how you can speak about behavior when your coach used the word called karma. When someone says karma, you have to be a fucked up person. When they start using that word, you've done some things that people really think that you're going to atone for. Why would your coach say karma, Gil? You know why? Because you're a jackass. I'm not talking about his personal life. I said I don't want him to speak about me. If I know somebody personal, Danny, then that's me talking about him personally. He's going up on Vlad TV with 6 million subscribers, having conversations about Kwame Brown because I turned down an interview with Vlad TV. So all I did was ask him, can you not talk about me on Vlad TV? That's a very simple ask. That's a very simple ask. I said, I don't care what they ask you, bro. Just allow me to talk for myself. You don't got to be Kwame Brown's spokesperson. I ain't seen you in years. You don't know shit about me right now. So just do you, and I'm going to do me. That's it. But that wasn't good enough because his whole motive was to keep bringing me up.
Memory of Gil from your time with the Wizards?
I don't know if it's a good memory or not.
The show's called No Chill, so you can share whatever memory you want.
When I had to come and get him from the police station that one night from him driving around in the car with no
Hey, that was a real thing? Man, hey, I've been getting trolled with that, man. Oh, that's a real thing.
He had one of those, what was the one with the one wheel thing?
Right, the little motorcycle, the little T-Rex thing.
Yeah, T-Rex. He came to DC with a T-Rex and then put no tags on it and tried riding around, and they was like, okay. And then they took his ass to jail one night, and then I had to go talk to the police like, man.
That's a real thing. I thought he was lying about that. Ooh, that's a real thing. This is who y'all putting y'all energy and y'all faith into, listening to a dummy that don't remember going to jail for something dumb. He don't remember going to jail. And why don't y'all remember it? You know why don't y'all remember it? Why can't y'all go look up the arrest? Isn't it a public information that you should be able to go look up an arrest? Why can't you guys go look up the arrest of Gilbert Arenas going to jail for no tags? I don't understand why y'all can't look up the arrest. Oh, we already figured out why. The black hole told us why. The black hole showed us that Ernie Grunfeld, one of his best buddies, was a police chief in D.C. at the time. So anytime Gilbert and the rest of these dummies go to jail, Ernie Grunfeld got a call, and then he pick and chooses who he released information on to the media. So yeah, the Wizards can get mad all they want to, but it's the truth of the matter is the only reason why they honored Gilbert Arenas is because I told the truth about that sorry ass organization.
I promise you, I'm gonna get him some tags. Took his ass to jail one night, and then I had to go talk to the police like, man, I promise you, I'm gonna get him some tags tomorrow. I don't even know about basketball.
Gil, you this big boss, but Jerry Stackhouse said that he told the police he promised that he gonna get you some tags, Gil. Sally Jenkins should have wrote an article about your dumb ass. You had to get Jerry Stackhouse to promise the police he gonna get you some tags. That's crazy. You had to get a grown man to get your grown ass some tags. The leader of the team need a grown man to get him out of jail and bond and get some tag. No girlfriend, no structure, no attorney, no nothing. You had to get another teammate to get you out of jail. Wow.
Like, man, listen, I've been getting trolled with that, and I just thought it was lying. I'm just like, check us out to bail you out. And I was like, man, I don't remember going to jail. He was like, because of tags. I'm like, yeah. How does that?
You don't remember going to jail? But I never hear you talk about Jerry Stackhouse. Now, Jerry Stackhouse said you went to jail live on the show. Live on the show. You ain't never said a bad word about Stackhouse. Kwame Brown said you went to jail. Here you come, oh, you flaming.
Oh, he was flaming. Said I was lying on him. Said I was jealous. Wanted to put a pistol to my throat. Jerry Stackhouse, I didn't know that was real. I'm being trolled, nigga. I wasn't trolling you. I wasn't trolling you at all. I said for sure you went to jail for bad tags because you were a dummy. And Jerry Stackhouse confirmed you are that dummy that I was talking about. Bad tag, rich dummy.
Now, everybody can see we talking about behavior. Now, in case most of y'all don't remember, because y'all are young and y'all listen to this Gil tell these stories all the time. That's what he does. He tells stories all the time, whether it's good, bad, or whatever. All this guy does is tell stories and tales. He does not go down the roads that he needs to go down. Oh yeah, for a reason. He goes down these different avenues to try to push an agenda that he's trying to tell. Now, when he starts talking about behavior, most of y'all don't realize he never really played, like he came to the Wizards, in other words. He came there. That wasn't his first stop. You see, Gilbert was drafted by the Golden State Warriors. Okay? So he spent his first 2 years in Golden State. Do you want to know what he was doing in Golden State? He was buying jewelry, being an immature individual, young, in the NBA, spent $200,000 before he even got into the league. And he only had a $400,000 contract because he was a second-round pick because of his mouth. And because of that, he didn't go into the draft. So when we talk about behavior, it started a long time ago with you. This goes back to college, high school. You can go all the way back. And we're supposed to believe this 1 year in Washington, you was a good boy. Who the hell gonna believe that?
That boy Arizona fruit cup.
Now, Richard Jefferson had to expose you. Because Gilbert says he never hung around Richard Jefferson. I remember he said that. I never hung around Richard Jefferson. Just like he didn't remember going to jail. He don't remember anything that has something to
Good
do
people.
negative about him.
Today, we took off like a rocket.
But let's see this.
Let the world know what was going on. Let them see the activities for themselves.
This man said he never.
But they could, once again, hair design. It's a man dressed up as a woman. Jeffree Star. Right?
But before we get into the whole problematic situation that's right there, did Jeffree Star just out someone to two people that might not have known? Just because you don't show it to the camera, there's two more people that might know someone's personal business. That's why I'm just, and people could say, oh, well, they didn't say that they were doing anything. No, but think about how many players or people have been sent this, or negative comments in the comment section, making fun of people or going after people. So I understand it's toxic. I understand the LGBT community, they probably frown on telling other people's personal business, but I'm just curious to this. I'm really curious. And for the people out there, I'm just asking a question.
Homo.
Now, this guy was from Chicago, played on the team with Gil. He ended up dying in New York.
Homo.
But he was homosexual.
Their teammate.
And I know his personal story, and I know how he struggled to come out, and I know why he waited so long in his career. So it is personal to me because one of my closest friends was the first, and I know the difficulties that come with that.
Who's that closest friend?
This matters to me is one of my good friends, Jason Collins. We got drafted together, played together 6 years, went to 2 NBA finals. He was the first openly gay male American athlete.
Now, let's stay right here because I was annoyed. So here is Mr. Arena. Right, let's go here. Let's play this.
And for all the people that keep saying I put Sino in the situation, he has direct messages from Gilbert Arenas from Instagram. You can't direct message to somebody and then say, oh, you getting in my business. No, he direct messages Karceno all the time. And Gilbert Arenas is not going to get this information on his own. He has a guy that lives with him or lives in California. That's his so-called editor. That most of the videos and things that he plays are from this guy. So let's stop playing.
What did I say? The whole Arizona fruitcakes. And what is that? He's cracking up laughing. He's laughing. And what did I tell him?
He was my teammate. There's a video saying he never invited me to his parties. He didn't like me because I was annoying. Okay, well, explain that and clear your name. I don't need to clear my name or nothing. Clear my name because Richard was my teammate. Said Richard, Michael, the whole Arizona fruitcake. In Arizona, no, neither in the NBA. Gay men don't be gay in teams.
So for those of you that can't stomach the truth, this is Gilbert Arenas texting directly Karceno4life. So this is not me putting nobody in nothing. He's texting this man on his own. He's texting this man all night long, all times of night, all day. So don't say I'm putting somebody in anything when you're having back and forth conversations with that person.
Said it. In case y'all think that's a joke, no, that's really good. Gay men don't be gay in team settings. How would he know that? How would you know that? How would you know that? What settings are they then, Gil? Okay, that's my BFF. Let me guess. You have text messages from us? Nope. You must have a clubs, like you must have us in clubs tonight. Nope. Must have in the diners and lunches together. Nope. Using being teammates. Well, if he's what you said, Luke was his best friend, and Luke and Kwame were teammates and lived near each other. That's how stupid you sound. So he trying to say, he trying to throw, he always grabs somebody else. Now he want to grab Luke. Well, him and Luke Walton were best friends. Him and Luke Walton was best friends, and Kwame was his teammate. So, hey, that was it. Now, Luke Walton was his best friend. Luke Walton.
Is there anything he don't bring my name into, Cino? Like, damn, I ain't the one that was on the team or none of that. I don't got nothing to do with nothing. But he got to bring my name in this stuff that he talking about with Cino.
Don't get Luke Walton. Now, the reason that came because Richard Jefferson actually.
You said this has nothing to do with the receipts that he put out on you? Oh, don't worry. This is just a warm-up. Remember, he went for 6 hours. It's a lot to unpack. He went for 6 hours. So just relax.
Actually came out and stated that Gil got in the car with him. He claimed he never was in the car with Richard Jefferson. He locked the door so Richard Jefferson couldn't get out, and he had an adult film playing in his truck in Arizona, turned on adult film and had the volume all the way up and rode around so people could listen to it while he got Richard Jefferson in the car. Richard Jefferson's trying to get out, and he's just got all these sounds moaning. Gil think this was hilarious. We're talking about behavior. Behavior. This is what this man's focus was, behavior. He wanted to talk about Kwame's behavior. This is in Arizona before he even got there. And he had a gun case in Arizona while he was in college.
And y'all think he would have got drafted? Gil had a gun case in college, allegedly. We're going to just say that so he can't just start anything. But allegedly, he had a gun case in college. And now we have more social media. We have more access to know what somebody's doing. So you think we wouldn't know this type of stuff? He would be done in this era. He wouldn't even be drafted.
This is the guy that everybody's talking about. A gun case. He went on the show and told them why he fell in the draft.
You know to pick Richard Jefferson, right? He's like, yeah, they just picked him. I was like, how did they pick Richard Jefferson? I'm the number one scorer. I'm the best player on our team. Yeah. He is option 3, 4.
Yeah. Today, we're going to address that clip by Gilbert Arenas. Let's talk about what Gilbert went from first round to second round. It wasn't because of his talent, because that man is a bad man, and I will get on any app and talk about how bad of a man he was. But Gilbert was an immature asshole. That's just who he was. We all are little dickheads. Like, I get it. But what Gilbert did was a little bit more special. It was an immature second round. It wasn't because of his talent, because that man is a bad man, and I will get on any app and talk about how bad of a man he was. But Gilbert was an immature asshole.
This is his teammate in college. So we have a teammate in college saying that Gilbert is an immature asshole. We have teammates for the Washington Wizards saying Gilbert did what he wanted and ruined the team. Only if Ernie Grunfeld wouldn't allow him to ruin the team, we would have went further. So basically, every teammate, every person who talks about Gilbert Arenas says the same exact thing. Says the same thing. But we lying and we hating and we this and we that.
Just who he was. We all are little dickheads. Like, I get it. But what Gilbert did was a little bit more special. So first, every athlete knows about stress tests. You got to do it, make sure your ticker's working. And so at the pre-draft in Chicago, you're probably supposed to be on it for like 5 to 8 minutes so your heart rate gets up high enough. So Gilbert decides to do it in Chuck Taylor's. Now, everyone has to do it. Gilbert gets up there, 30 seconds in, he's like, this is messing up my Chuck Taylor's. I'm not doing it. And these guys that are running the performance thing are like, what are you talking about? He's like, you got to do this. And you're like, nah, I'm not going to do it. So again, red flag. Now, he already had a couple of red flags because Gilbert had some good situations with guns in college, but I digress. This is what he was doing. So they look at him and just be like, okay, whatever. They're reporting with guns in college, but I digress. This is what he was flagged. Now, he already had a couple of red flags because Gilbert had some good situations with guns in college, but I digress.
Because Gilbert had some situations with guns in college, but I digress. This is his teammate saying this. So this is not me. This is his teammate saying that he has some gun situation in college, but I digress. But Gilbert Arenas only wants you to know that he scored 60 on Kobe and that he shot the ball every time he touched it. So he feels that because of that and that alone, that he'll be the #1 draft pick if we did the draft over again. That's cap. People would know about your gun case. We would talk about it in the media and on the news often, and you would probably go undrafted, dummy. Especially with that performance you did in the playoffs.
This is what he was doing. So they look at him and just be like, okay, whatever. They're reporting to all 30 NBA teams. Now, fast forward the next day. You want to know how Gilbert followed that beautiful moment up? So there's a big symposium. Every pre-draft player's there. Teams are there. There's, people kind of talking to us about what do you want to accomplish in this league and the opportunities. And, the microphone gets to Gilbert after talking to a couple different players. And Gilbert, they're like, hey, what do you want to do? It's like, I want to be a pimp. Now, all of us.
That's something else that I brought to the internet. I said, Gil is a dummy. He stood up in pre-draft camp and said, I want to be an international pimp. Now, Richard Jefferson just so happened to be at my draft. So for all the people that say, I hate on Gilbert Arenas, I'm jealous of Gilbert Arenas. So now the truth is hating? Telling the truth is hating on somebody. Because Richard Jefferson is saying the exact goddamn own thing I said. He's saying the exact same thing I said. So was I hating? Was I jealous? Why do I have a reason to be jealous of somebody this stupid? His former teammate is saying the exact same thing I said. So is Richard Jefferson hating on him too? A guy that got drafted ahead of him? So all I'm saying is I just said the truth. If hating is the truth, then I'm the biggest hater.
Giggle and laugh because we're 19 years old. This guy doesn't know who Gilbert is and how crazy he is. So he's like, excuse me, sir, what did you say? Gilbert doubles down. He's like, I want to be an international pimp. This man lit into Gilbert in a way I still have not seen. If you think objectifying women, if you're talking about using this league to bubble, it just goes off as he should because that's inappropriate. No big deal. Sorry, ladies. He's an idiot. So that happened. So all of these things are the reason why Gilbert just kept dropping because he's an idiot. So the fact that his brain still doesn't process why he dropped down, just let you know who Gilbert is. And I love my guy, but he's a little bit special. So before he starts talking about, these guys got drafted, Gilbert, how many points did you score in the national championship game? And for extra credit, do you want to tell everybody what you were doing the night before the national championship game, the biggest game of our lives? And looking back, it was the biggest game you ever played in. You want to tell anybody? No? Okay, we'll just keep talking about how I was the fourth option. And look, I was the fourth option. It was. But Gilbert
Now,
was an immature.
these are your teammates. Every teammate seemed to say you were immature. Richard Jefferson played with you in college. Nobody says anything about your behavior and how solid it was.
Allen Iverson said something about me, Quan. Mark Jackson spoke highly of me. Hell, even Eddie Jordan said I worked hard. So, I mean, I don't get it. Eton Thomas spoke highly of me. I don't get it. I don't know what else you need. I called up the guy that he said would beat me up downstairs. He said Oak downstairs, and all of a sudden I called Oak. Gilbert didn't say a word. Didn't even mention the story that he was lying about. I don't know why he didn't just lie. Why didn't he say, "Oh, you remember that time I was at the bar with you"? He didn't say none of the story that he said on the internet. Most people, if they told a story, they'll be like, "Yo, my bro, you remember that story, right? You remember what I'm talking about?" But no, he stayed quiet. And I questioned Oak about the story, and he like, "What? I don't know what you're talking about. Man, hit me up when you get back in town." Sorry, Gil, that really don't work. You got the numbers of Weenie Dogs. You got Brendan Haywood number. The nigga that pulled out Eton hair. You got Brendan number. You got Jared Jeffries number.
Nowhere. So for you to try to pick the 1 year and say my activities, it didn't get bad to then. When you were in Golden State, didn't you not try to come back and fight teammates and kept getting beat up every day? You forgot about that? Chris Mills was bullying you? But I came back to fight. Every day I fought. Then he hit you with a car. Then you said you got smart and went in front of the car and he hit me into a garage. That was you. He said, "Oh, I would go behind the car. He would drive and hit me with the car." So this time I got smart and I went in front of the car and he hit me in the garage and injured my hip. You got smart and went in front of the car this time. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Gilbert Arenas. And he wanted to talk about Kwame Brown's behavior and says, my behavior didn't get bad until after you left. Like when you left, then my behavior got bad. That's not a flex.
That boy is dumb as I don't know what. After I left, his behavior went bad. The man came on the internet and told a story of him possessing an AK-47 and bringing it to the city. His words, not mine. Gil, do you even think before you speak, boy? You literally said that you got bad after I left. Do you not remember the story of you telling about a almost fight in front of a nightclub between me and my brother and about 7 bouncers? Do you not remember that night? You said, he called me up. Who did he call? Remember, that was when you were being tough. And you said, he called me. I'm the one who gave him the gun. I'm the one who handed him a gun. Remember you said that, Gil? Now, how is it that in a state where it's illegal to have a gun, how is it that it's illegal to have a gun in DC, but you say that you got bad after I left? Having an AK-47 period is probably really, really bad. But you brought one. Matter of fact, you brought one to the city. Something that carried mandatory minimums for having that type of firearm or any firearm in DC. But you said you only got bad when I left. Okay, Gil. Maybe you don't understand what bad is. Maybe you're not smart enough to understand what bad is.
Only you would believe that's a flex. Yeah. He thought it was a flex. And why would he think that? Because that's how he operates. Misdirections, lies, manipulation, but yet he don't speak ill of none of these people. He's still friends with them today. A man dislocates your hip, knocking you in the garage with his cars. You love him to death. Oh, me and his brother cool. We go shopping all the time. That's the kind of individual you were listening to and dealing with. Now we need to get to the next level. Because all of these people supposedly love Gil. All you women that love Gil, y'all got all this appreciation for Gil, right? Y'all wanted to defend him so much, and he was a victim in this whole thing. That's what they were telling y'all, right? We gonna get to all of that. Yes, definitely hit the like button, please. We gonna get to all of this because it needs to be addressed. Now, going through all of the nonsense that he was spewing with all the lies about behavior, and we can go on and on about his behavior after the fact. Told a lot of inaccurate facts. Said Kwame had his keys in the pocket when he punched the glass. He's trying to be funny. You accused this man of trying to injure his baby mother. You left out the fact that the woman actually hit him, and he never hit the woman. He punched the glass because he didn't want to hit her. You know, so a lot of things that you said was very inaccurate. And you use that to try to disfame him and make him look like a mean person and attack black people the way they try to do. A big black man, he must be violent. When anything that Kwame Brown was involved in, somebody was messing with him. Every story. So which one is it? Is he the out of control man, or is he the docile guy you said who always kept his head down? He can't be both guys, right? Which one you try to paint him out to be?
Well, Sino, it's whatever fits the story that he's telling that day. 1 minute, I'm just this rough and tough, crazy guy. And the next minute, I'm the weakest guy on the planet. And I get punked everywhere I go. So it just depends on what Gilbert Arenas shows up that day and what story he feels like telling. And then that's whatever Kwame I'll be. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. He tells so many stories in so many different ways. That's the only thing that makes sense.
But when you was in the nightclub with his brother, and them boy, you got all your jewelry on, you want to flash because you got two big black giants on your left and right, and you trying to act like they basically your security. You in there flexing your jewelry, and then the guy see you and told you, hey man, run that jewelry, let's go. He ain't got a weapon or nothing. And you about to take off your jewelry.
Yeah, you remember that shit? That boy told you, run that. You remember that shit, Gil? Come on now. Tell the truth. Hey, you know what? You reenacted that very well. I think that you got an A++ for your reenactment of that night. It almost looked eerily similar. I was crying laughing the way that dude did you. But, you know, everybody know you had that Emperor jewelry. It's the most gaudy, ugliest, stupidest thing I ever seen. A bracelet with a big ruby or sapphire diamond in it, whatever it was. I don't know what it was. It was stupid. Whoever your jeweler was, he got you good. And then gave you this big old emperor chain and a crown and all this stuff like that. You really thought you was a king. Hey, what you do with that shit? I hope your baby mama stole it or something. That's what I hope. I hope your baby mama stole it. Your wife, your ex-wife. I hope she stole it and melted it down when you had her sleeping in that car, allegedly. Didn't your baby mama, you talk all this good man stuff, and your baby mama, you texting Shawnee O'Neal about your baby mama sleeping in a car. Boy, you ain't Jack Judy. Watch your mouth when you talk about me, boy.
Mm-hmm. Now you created a situation that didn't even need to be. You wanted to overdress with all this jewelry on. Yep, because he want to be Mr. Big Time. Yeah, I know. Y'all don't remember before.
Independent guy you ever known, nigga. I could have signed with your boss. I could have signed with Quarter Lab, and all this would be a done deal. I could have signed with everybody. You never gone viral, Gilbert. Outside of basketball, what have you done on the internet?
Hey, Gil. Hey, Gil, I give you your props. I love what you done with the place. I love it. Compared to how it looked then to how it look now, I love what you done with the place. I mean, matter of fact, I love what Underdog done with the place. I mean, from the way it looked then to the way it look now. I mean, like right now, you don't look like the $160 million man that you portray. You don't look like that. I want you to look me in my face. You don't look like $160 million man right here, right now. Now, when Underdog came on through the building and Underdog blessed the game the way they did, then you turned into you look like $60 million man with Underdog. Without Underdog, I'm looking in the background, pictures on the ground, shit just thrown about, regular as fuck. Big, stupid, dumb chair, but just regular in the background. Now your background is more, it's nice. I mean, it's laid. So I think you owe that to me too. Yeah, I think you owe that to me too.
That went viral, other than talking about other niggas.
Look at what Gil had going on. He in a big old room, all white walls with a chair. He got pictures on the floor that might be a chocolate on the floor. Got a sandal on the floor. Look how he was living. Only clothes he wearing is Adidas. All he can do is get free gear. He was out here bad. Now that boy got television monitors in the back. He got a whole studio set. All for beefing with Kwame Brown.
Y'all see his background now? Boy, he got goddamn TV floating from the sky, running tickers like you in Vegas, carpet, neon lights. I'm talking about all the stuff he don't got now. So, boy, the best thing ever happened to you is talking shit to Kwame Brown, boy. Quit, don't you ever make that mistake again, lying on the internet, acting like you would like that. If you would like that, your background wouldn't look like this. And you was coming up there to get like that. You still ain't like that, nigga. You just keep connecting yourself to my name. This is why I know it would never stop. You're not going to stop mentioning my name. Look at your background now. Did you not have money right here or something? Because why don't you look like $100 million man right here? And then all of a sudden, after you start talking about me, you got TV shows. The Washington Wizards want to talk to you again. They ain't never bring your bitch ass back to Washington ever since. I ain't seen you in Washington since your knee went bad. After your knee went bad and Orlando told you, boy, just go home. Take this money and go home. After that happened to you, I ain't never seen you on TV in Washington. Now, all of a sudden, you start hollering Kwame Brown name and they bring you to Washington. Boy, it's crazy, man. You ought to be thanking me, boy. I'm the best thing ever happened to you. You was a fat, pudgy-faced dude before you start running your mouth to me. Then you start competing. You probably got on Ozempics. I don't know. But now you look slim. You got a wife. You ain't had none of this shit before you start talking to me, boy. So, yeah, just chill on out. Keep talking to me, boy. You'll keep getting paid.
That's what I want y'all to remember. This visual. I'm gonna take you back to remember this. Everything you got now is because of Kwame Brown, not because of you. That's right. Agent Zero. Zero value. That's what he brings to the table. Zero value. He want to use somebody else to pump him up. Every time he wants to get a new deal or a new show, this is the route he takes. That's the reality. That he don't want to confront that reality. He wants to stay in the realm of the safe space he's always been in. So he started all this mess. He created it all, this whole bubble. He knows everything and the reason why all of this transpired. He knows. It's all because of him. It's ego. But we're going to go into a lot of that. We got just a little bit more to get through, but we're going to get there. Now, when people start speaking on behaviors, because I could really burn this dude to the ground, but I just want to kind of keep it where you know, where we are and focus on where the statements are. Now, we're not even done, Gil. That was the truest statement. We're not done yet. We arrive here. How black are we talking? When he's talking about black women being beautiful, how black are we talking? Not to be funny, can you name a black beautiful woman on the outside? Not brown skin like Tyrese Black. Top 50 most beautiful women of all time. Listen to this. This is the guy. My stream isn't buffering. That might be yours. Now look, he says top 50 most beautiful women of all time. The darkest women they have is Keisha Knight Pullman, aka Rudy. Rudy from the Cosby Show? Okay. Gabrielle Union, Tara Hicks, and Serena Williams. So top 50 most beautiful women of all time is 4 women. All because he said Lupita and talking about her and her appearance because she's dark-skinned. What is your problem with dark-skinned women? Not brown skin like Tyrese Black. She's cute when the light. Now, he said, when you say African features, black, then you have number 1, Lupita Nyong'o. And he says, and she's cute when the lights are off. The second is Ajuma Nasayana. Sorry, but ew. So the beautiful black women you try to boost up is technically light-skinned or brown-skinned women. So he's trying to convince us of his colorism that only, and I want y'all black women who y'all be rooting for Gil. Hey, Gil! He talking about you. He talking about all y'all dark-skinned women. This man who is dark-skinned, whose daughter is dark-skinned. You think only a woman that looks good need to be mixed. This is the kind of behavior and colorism and whitewashing of their brains that you're dealing with. Now, here's a Juma, an African woman that he said is ugly, that he's saying ew to. You don't like a Juma, that's fine. But see, that woman could give birth to kings and queens. She's of this earth. A dark-skinned woman gave birth to you, fool. But this is y'all hero. This is the guy y'all cheer for. Yay! But he thinks of you as lesser than when it comes to people who are lighter color. That's why he always respect whitey. That's why he always smiling and chucking it and showing them teeth when he around white folk. If you dark skinned black, you ain't no.
Yeah, around white folk, his teeth come out extra to the gum around white folk. Around Negroes, we only see like a little bottom portion of his teeth. Around white folks, he go to the black part of the gum, boy. I'm talking about he let the veins come in his forehead trying to smile so hard and make sure they know he nice. He do. It's crazy, man. Look how his white zaddy looking at him. Boy, you gonna stay in line, boy? Yes, white zaddy. Look at him. Boy, sad.
Good to him. This is the kind of sickness that you're dealing with when you're dealing with a person such as this. Y'all just read what he said. Huh, Sister T? Yeah, that's you. Right? You dark skinned. Right? Regina. All y'all. Y'all was all pom-pomming for Gil. And he look at y'all like dirt. Not really bro cooking himself. Bro cooking himself right now. This is what he chose to do. He wanted to cook himself. He wanted to go this route. So when you rewind them and remind them of what they did, they don't want to look into the mirror. He said all this stuff. But show the world who you chose as your fiance. But you went with this girl, somebody else's wife. That's who you chose as your Beyonce. You knocked this chick up who was married to Marshall Falk. You knocked her up and she got a baby out you. And you ain't had no problem paying child support. And she made you have to show up to the birthday party. That's reportedly in the settlement. You got to show up there and bring a gift, nigga. Now, that's Gil's baby mama. They're your baby mama. Who is that? That's just my baby mama. That's just my baby mama. Now, you can like who you want, Gil. I don't care. That's who you want. You want snow, and you snow all day. You want to be in the Alps, that's fine. But you don't have to dump on black women to try to glorify or classify what you're doing. If that's what you like, you want pancake and milk, get pancake and milk. You want pancakes and milk. That milk of magnesia skin. When the devil made her, he broke the mold. If that's what you want in your life, knock yourself out, Gil. Nobody cares. You don't have to dump on black women to do it. That's the problem we have with guys like you. You don't have to dump on black people just to justify what it is that you want. Lotto is living proof everybody light skin ain't cute. Living proof. Now, right, he can do whatever he wants with those people. Nobody cares. He said the mayonnaise jar. Right, that's on him. Exactly. So nobody wants to talk about, like, we all know about the gun thing. We don't have to talk about that. When we go through all of these other situations as far as things he's been involved in, the whole circle. We know why you crave this attention. You've always broken the rules or did things to bend the rules to fit the way you wanted them to go. That's the only way that you know how to operate. Now, let's take into these claims about the basketball, right? Because he keeps going into basketball and talking about his
Hey, this is where it gets thick. This is where people are gonna be upset because all this basketball talk, y'all gonna realize Gilbert hoodwinked y'all ass. He skipped past everything I said to hoodwink y'all ass, and that's what he did. And hoodwink he did. But now we're about to reply to that.
his agent. Dan Fegan. He was they called him an aggressive negotiator. Let me just go to what they got in the AI preview of him. AI don't even know him. Dan Fegan was a mean agent in the sense of being a ruthless, aggressive negotiator in the NBA who used innovative tactics to secure large contracts for his clients. He was known for being a forceful advocate for players like Dwight Howard, John Wall, and DeMarcus Cousins, sometimes creating public clashes with teams by demanding high pay and putting pressure on them. He aggressively approached, however, also led to him being described as a tireless advocate by some of and by respected by a tough negotiator by many. Nobody liked him in his tactics. See, Fegan was known for his assertive and sometimes ruthless styles in negotiations. He was willing to demand and use aggressive tactics like sowing discontent or fabricating rumors to pressure teams into signing his clients into lucrative contracts. You see, he is credited with pioneering contract negotiation tactics that changed the trajectory of a player's compensation, such as a one-year opt-out clause and sign-and trade provisions. Now, the clients found his approach effective, but people like Dwight Howard eventually fired him because others expressed gratitude for his work. He was not doing good by him. Now, that's Dan Fegan. Gilbert Arenas that's the guy that was getting him the deals. So you want to know how everybody got paid? They were using tactics. And because Kwame Brown did not want to sign with this man, you wouldn't believe that man would use anything in his power to try to ruin.
And it's a fact. This guy is deceased, so not really nothing I can confront him on. But what I said was 100% facts. He was visiting the team throughout the season. And I remember the last time I saw him was when he came to Utah. And I was like, enough of this stuff. I'm tired of having to talk to this dude every game. Gilbert is definitely aware of the situation because Gilbert lived right up the street from me. Me and Gilbert talked about me signing with his agent. And so I don't know why he's pretending like he don't know what I'm talking about. But hey, that's neither here nor there.
Kwame Brown, because of that, didn't you not just see that? It is clear, it has been imperatively expressed that the people who see this person for what they see him for and what they want to respect him as is not the same things. Because it's clear to everyone that's around that see that the developments in progress, they see things are not working the way that other people want them to go by. You look at Gilbert Arenas and you see all the stuff he was doing and how he was doing it, you start to recognize different traits. You're starting to say to yourself, hey, this is a little off here. Something's not right. Because how all of a sudden all of these things happen and the amount of time, and Kwame Brown is not somebody that has a reason to lie, don't sound like a liar to me. And the way he carries himself, he doesn't move like a liar. The man does exactly what he says he do. He don't carry himself as a liar. Gilbert Arenas has lied, manipulated, deleted messages, did everything. He carries himself just the way he is, as a wormy rat looking liar. That's exactly what he is, a liar. And he's not respected by anybody. People just want him to go away. It's like, go away, little mouse, just go. So we don't have to talk about you anymore. No one wants to talk about you. You're not interesting. No one watches your show. Sorry. You know, we're not interested. If you want to go do something else, go do it. I already told people what your show was. I don't need to be a part of it. I don't even want to have anything to do with it. So, bye-bye. Now, let's wake up the people that don't understand. He says, how does Tyson Chandler contract? How do you know Tyson Chandler is going to get this amount of money, X amount of dollars? And he's saying, what did he say? You signed your contract before Tyson Chandler. How did you know what Tyson Chandler was going to get? Here's the thing, dum-dum. That works on people that don't understand. If somebody don't understand the way the process works, that's how these scenarios turn out. Anybody here with common sense would know, right?
And that's what I was saying in my last line. Like, he tried to say, because I didn't watch his stuff, but people kept coming in my chat. You got paid the year before, after that. You signed before. I'm like, that makes no sense. Austin Reeves could have signed at the beginning of this year. Austin Reeves could have signed this summer. Austin Reeves could have signed a $65, $70 million contract easy this summer. But Austin Reeves bet on himself. So Austin Reeves, now the way he's hooping, he's going to get $150, maybe even $200 million, depending on how far they go in the playoff. Austin Reeves is straight up balling. He's going to get $100+ million. So for Gilbert to just say, oh, well, that's the year before. Like, no, he don't know the he's lying to y'all because you guys don't know the process. But anybody who knows the process, it's in a team's best interest to go ahead and sign you before your deal is up, before you get into the open market. So for Gilbert to say what he's saying, he's purposely misleading y'all. He's purposely lying to y'all. And you guys are falling for it because you guys don't know the process. So it's all good. I forgive you.
Austin Reeves had a contract extension by the Lakers at the beginning of the season. He rejected the extension. Now we know he's in a position to get a $100 million contract at the end of this year. I'm not an agent, but I know from the projections of his numbers and where he is now at the end of the season, that's what he's in the category to get, over $100 million deal. Not bad for a guy who wasn't drafted. Now, from going through and getting yourself a $100 million deal, he's eligible for that at the end of the season. So what do you mean Kwame's agent wouldn't know what Tyson Chandler, he's an agent. You think Aaron Tellum, who's over there right now running the New York Knicks, you think that guy doesn't know what a player is going to get and what he's eligible to get based on what he's getting? And they're hearing the numbers and what's going to be provided for him. You think that is off the charts? That don't make any sense. It don't. So what Kwame signed for, no matter if he did it before him or after, you've already did something behind the scenes that didn't work. And I know you did what he said he did. And you admitted to it in the video. You said, oh, I did say you was in the way. He said, I said bench him. Now he's saying I said I was in the way. Whatever. No, it's like saying, hey, man, hand me that cup or throw me that cup.
You said I said throw the cup. Now you're saying hand me the cup. It don't matter. You giving me the goddamn cup one way or another, whether he put it in his hand or he threw it. So no matter what you said, he's in my way or bench him. Either way, he was in your way. They removed him. End result, the same damn thing. You want to play the game and mess around and try to play. Well, I didn't exactly say that. Nobody just said it exactly verbatim. But when he said you told the coach, why give him the ball? He ain't gonna do nothing with it anyway. He just in my way. You and me.
Now, when I was talking and dealing with him and his agent, he was never talking like that. He was telling me, man, it's gonna be great. You're gonna get $80 million. This and this, talking all this big Willie stuff. My agent gonna get you paid. He can use me as leverage, this and this and that. And I'm like, wait a minute, dog. I said, nah, I'm gonna kind of stick with my agent. You know, he been good to me. I'm gonna be cool. And then all of a sudden, Gil started acting like a little, you know what. But if you want to lie, even though I still don't understand why we're having this conversation, I'm still trying to figure out how is it that Etan Thomas, Anton Jameson, and Eddie Jordan say that you are not a good leader and that you should have been, you know, held to task with some of the things you did. What does that have to do with going live 6 hours about me? I don't get it. I don't get it, sir.
To saying that, but now it's like I said that after game 3. I didn't say that before the game. Who gives a damn when you said it? I don't care when you said it because I think really you did something else, and I know why you did it, and we're gonna get into that. I didn't even talk to Kwame about that, but let's go to it, and we're gonna show you how everybody got paid and why everybody got paid, and got paid. Now. The playoff series that you keep talking about, you had 39 points in. Let's go back to that game. But before we go to that game, good people, I want to do something that's quite interesting. He talked about he had 39 and KB was setting good picks for him. I want to do something. I'm going to do something he didn't do. I don't know why he didn't do it, but I want to do something he didn't do. Let's go back to game 1. He chose to go straight. That's exactly what happened. And I don't even think you know this one, KB, but this is what I believe went down. And we're finna get to this right now. Let's go to game 1. Why did he start at game 2, ladies and gentlemen? The reason this man started at game 2 and not game 1 in Chicago, and I think I might have been.
Gil started at game 2 because everything I said, game 1, illustrates everything I said. But we're going to get into it. Gilbert played terrible this game. And Karceno, I think, just broke the mold and found out why I was benched. Gilbert played terrible. Gilbert's white zaddy or Gilbert's zaddy is Ernie Grunfeld. And once he put out the beacon call that I was in the way, and that's the reason why they had me benched. And so I was so furious with the situation. I really couldn't do nothing about it because if I would have did something to Gil, David Stern was going to void my contract and that would have been it for me in the league. But so I said, you know what? I'll just take conduct detrimental to the team. Because this video is going to illustrate everything that I was saying. And this is why I just simply said I don't want somebody like Gilbert speaking for me. I didn't say it in a beef way, none of that. I just said, please don't speak for me. Just don't.
At this game. Oh, no, I didn't go to that. That was another game. Gilbert Arenas played 46 minutes. He was 3 of 19. He had Bronny numbers. His first playoff game, he got Bronny James numbers, 3 for 19. He Bronny James. I wonder why he.
Gil, this is why I say I don't know why you talk like you was that guy. Gil, I looked at you in your eyes in the playoff, and I can tell you were scared. In the regular season, you have like a fire look in your eye. You be looking like a man, I ain't gonna lie, boy, you be looking like a goddamn wolf in the regular season. But something happened to you during the playoff. In the playoff, your eyes had that glossy look. It was like you was scared. And I told you, give me the goddamn on ball. You ain't want to pass me the ball because you listening to everybody else tell you I was a bust. And I told you, I said, listen, I like these moments. Give me the damn ball. I'm ready. This is what I was working for. I was laser focused. I said, Gil, I can look at you and tell you a little scared. Give me the ball. And you got upset. I don't know why. But I think you use me as an excuse so you can, I don't know. But we're going to see.
Train Brody. He was 1 of 6 for the 3. He was 1 of 6 from 3. He shot 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He was 3 of 19. He had 8 assists, 8 rebounds, and 9 points. The person that was keeping them in the game was Larry Hughes, who was 11 of 20. He had 33 points. And where's Kwame? Coming off the bench. Kwame played 34 minutes that game. He was 5 of 11. He shot 45% from the field. He was 3 of 5 from the free throw line. He had a total of 9 rebounds, 2 assists, a block.
So Gilbert Arenas did not want to show the game. I said I had like 13 points. As I remember talking about this on live, I said I had like 13 points. I was dunking on Nocioni and all this type of stuff. That's what I said. That's exactly what I said. Gil called me a liar. But Gil went to game 2. He didn't want to mention this game where he shot Bronny numbers 3 for 19. The guy shot 19 times, made 3 shots. That's atrocious. But this is what Gilbert tell y'all. So he said, I did nothing in the game. So why give him the ball when he's going to do nothing with it? This is what Gilbert said. All because he want to play loser style basketball.
And 13 points. He had more points than the superstar Galaxy player Gilbert Arenas. And after game 1, this is when.
That's because Gilbert Arenas turned into a sidekick during the playoff. He a sidekick in the playoffs. He don't take over and dominate playoff games. He got to wait on Anton Jameson. He got to wait on Juan Dixon. He got to wait on everybody because he's not a winner like that. He's not that. Y'all think he is, but all you got to do is look at all his playoffs. All you got to do is look at Gilbert playoffs numbers, and they're terrible. And all you got to do is look at my playoff numbers. And if you get rid of that playoffs I did in Detroit, where he barely played me and he put me in games for a few seconds, my playoff numbers were pretty damn good. I step up in that moment. Unlike Gil, he go down in that moment. He turned into a weenie dog. In the big moment, he turned into a weenie dog. And this stat line is going to show it to you.
And after game 1, this is when he went up to Ernie and told Ernie Kwame Brown was in his way. This is why he was there. He had to make an excuse because he played like shit. This is what happened. He dropped an egg on game 1. And he started making excuses. Now,
so Gil, could you have been jealous that I outscored you or something, Gil? Is that why you did that? Because I played well, Gil. Like you said that I lied. You said that, and I showed this already. You said I lied. You said that this. Shout out to Kwame Brown, greatest fan. Exhibit A. The one thing you didn't do, Gil. The one thing you didn't do, Gil, is you didn't play this game. You didn't show them game 1. You went right to game 2, Gil. You dirty slide dog. You did not go to game 1, Gil, like I said, because you know this would have proved me right, Gil. You slide dog. You went right to game 2. When I said I was dunking on Nocioni, I was playing well, this is that. Gil, tell me why would they bench somebody after a game like this, Gil? Why would I get less minutes after a game like this, Gil? It was all about what you said, Gil. You know it.
Here on TNT for the second of that best of 7 series. Yes.
That's the kind of shot they have to hit here tonight because the Bulls are collapsing so much defensively, helping on that dribble handoff. Step out to help as they step out to help and cover down low. Here we got Brown right here, open jump shot, he knocks it down.
Tom Thomas making his first appearance, replacing here in 19 games. Wanted a foul on Brown, but calls the other way. It's a blocking foul. Very late call.
Gil, all you had to do is give me the ball more, dog. Hey, you said I wasn't doing nothing with it. All you had to do is give me the ball a little more, Gil.
An aggressive move by Kwame Brown. You see why he was the number 1 pick in the draft. The guy's 6'11". Look at the speed and quickness, and then the spin. And yeah, he's underneath. Good call by Dick Pavetta. It was a late call, but a good one. And Kwame Brown will now go to the line. The main thing is you get the right call. That was the right call. There's no question.
Although, Steve, you say you see why he was the number 1 pick in the draft, but unfortunately.
Oh, hell no, Gil. I should have slapped the side of your face, boy. Did you just come up there and touch my ass, boy?
Although, Steve, you say you see.
Hey, Gil, what the fuck, man? Did you just touch me, boy? Come on, man. What the hell wrong with you, boy? Hey, you can't take my hair like Larry Hughes and he turned. You the only one with this weird ass Arizona shit. Look at that. Goddamn weird Arizona. Come on, dog. Come on, bro. You need to go on somewhere, man. You tap me on the shoulder and shake my hand, man. Tap me on the shoulder and take and shake my goddamn hand. What the hell are you, boy? You lucky I ain't noticed this shit. I was mad that I missed my free throw. That I was trying to focus. But here you go with this bull stuff on a sneaker field. Look at this shit. Why I call the police on you and show them this video? Look at what he did to me. He copping fields. Hey, Gil, boy, you see that first step, boy? I wasn't bullshitting, boy. You were mad because I told you to give me the goddamn ball and get out my way, didn't it, boy? Hey, look at you, boy. When I'm in the game, I tell you to go opposite. You did all that goddamn go talk about how you the man. Look at, we in the playoff. Look at this. I told you get opposite, boy. That's why you went and told the coach. Yeah, Kwame in my way. Yeah, I'm in your way because we don't want to play that stupid ass style of basketball you wanted to play, boy. Huh? We didn't want to play that stupid style of basketball you wanted to play. Throw the ball in the post. Can't nail one of these dudes out here fuck with me. That's what I told you. Can't nail one of them stay in front of me, throw me the ball, and get out my way. Weenie dog. But no, you ain't want to listen. You want to worry about the name on the back of the jersey when I'm telling the truth about what I said. Every time I could touch it, watch what happened. Yeah. I'm just saying. And I'm way out by the 3-point line. They say I ain't got to move. I can remember. I'm way out by the free throw line. The only play Gil want to run is 1-4 flat. Every play we come down the court, I say, Gil, we not running no goddamn 1-4 flat. I just came off the bench. I ain't got time for no 1-4 flat, boy. Give me the ball and get out my way. They can't mess with me. I kept trying to tell you that. All you want to do is ball hog, shoot the ball every play. That's all you want to do. Tied in the first quarter, boy, I'm like Kevin Gates. I don't get tired. Boy, you see them guns, boy. Do you see when that face gets skinny like that? I don't get tired, boy. Hey, I don't get tired, nigga, with that face like that. That's what we show on the pick and roll. Watch this. Man, get that shit up out of here, man. I don't play like that. I don't play like that. Remember when I said I was dunking on no shit on it and all that? Hey, Gil, you tried to make a lie out of me, boy. You tried. I don't want to have this game crunk up. I came off the bench crunk. I ain't come out. I ain't come out here playing, boy. I came off the bench crunk, nigga. I ain't come here bullshitting around. Well, I told you to give me the ball and get out the way. You ain't want to listen. We'd have won more games if you'd listen to me, boy. I wasn't coming in. I was tomahawking on niggas. I wasn't coming in here fucking around. I sit here trying to tell you. And after this game, you got upset because you played like shit. You know what I mean? I can't help you jealous, Gil. I told you. I told you before the game. I said, Gil, I see that look in your eye. I can see you scared. See, I've been around greatness. I've been around MJ and everybody. So I saw it in your eyes. You were scared. I ain't never seen somebody as that got the ball as much as you in their hand and that as good as you supposed to be and that as scared as you was. You look like you had stage fright. And your numbers showed it. You was 5 for, what was you, 3 for 19? I told you, I said, hey, boy, come to me. This going to be my breakout time. Come to me with that shit, boy. And I'm talking about come early and often with that motherfucker. Come on with it. And he said, you coming off the bench. Don't worry about where I'm coming off of. I don't give a damn. Just come with that ball. But you ain't want to listen. You know, you want to play one way. And that's that ball hog dumb way. Every time I touch it, Gil, look at that, Gil. Every time I touch that motherfucker, Gil, I was locked in. Boy, all you had to do is give me more shots. You ain't want to listen. Look, that was just off a scramble. That was just off a skirmish, Gil. I was dialed in. This motherfucker going up. Look at that. Hey, that bitch was on that cord, Gil. I'm talking about cord. You know what that cord mean? Well, you can put that bitch on a rope. It'll come back to me. That's how dialed in I was. Cord. All you had to do is keep coming to me. You ain't want to listen. We was in this game. You the one kept shooting the ball. You was only 3 for 19. I kept saying, Gil, stop shooting the ball and stop letting Kurt Heinrich bust your ass. I kept trying to talk to you. I was the one in your ear. Kept saying, Gil, you got to learn how to play defense. Dog, you soft. You didn't like nobody telling you the truth. I kept telling you, dog, what you clapping for? You like one of them football players. You like a running back that's down 20 points, but he break out for 20 yards and that some bitch get up dancing. I don't know about y'all, but I don't like nail one of my running backs that get up dancing if you down 20 points and because you run a 20-yard sprint, you get up dancing. Motherfucker, you don't get back to this huddle, you got a lot of work to do. And that's how Gil is. He shot the ball 19 times this game and he was cold as ice. Oh, now what if I would have got them 19 shots? You should have let me get them 19 shots, loser. But no. You want to keep shooting. You want to make sure you hit your mark of 20, 22 shots a game. While Kirk Heinrich is, boy, he giving you that work. This whole series, Kirk Heinrich giving Gilbert Arenas that work. He's sitting up here talking about the old generation is good, better than this generation. Kurt Heinrich gave Gilbert Arenas that work this series. Gil, you'd have kept giving me that ball, boy. We'd have won this game, boy. I'm talking about this is the first step from, boy, look at this first step. Every time I'm going left too, Gil. I'm going left. After I broke my right hand a couple times, I said, I got to learn how to go left. So every time I'm going left, if you never noticed that, I'm going left. I'm talking about blow by. Let me show you how to do this, big fella. A big fella. Drop that off for the big fella, the hungry hound. Drop that off for the big fella. Doing work, Gil. Get that ball up. But no, you got to take 20 shots because you like to play hero basketball. That's all you about is hero basketball, Gil. So no. What you said about me was very inaccurate, Gil. And everything I said perfectly lines up. Without that little part where you tried to dissuade the audience and make them believe that I said I played in Miami, when I basically was saying about this game right here in the season that I was having. And so let's get back to the rest of this series, Gil, because you said I was in your way, Gil, and then guess what? You got me out the way now. I ain't gonna lie, you got me out the way. But let's just see if it was better with me out the way, Gil, because y'all started getting y'all ass whipped when I got out the way.
Now, I want y'all to know this is how I know Ernie went and told Eddie what to do, because that's what happens. Ernie go in there and tell them what to do and he do it. That's why I want to talk to Eddie Jordan. I'm going to talk to Eton. If you talk to Eton, say, hey, I want to talk to Eddie Jordan, because I'm asking. Because this is how I know what went down. This is game one. Michael Ruffin didn't even play. Michael Ruffin was a DNP. Michael Ruffin wasn't even a thought about playing. There was no thought of Michael Ruffin playing in this whole playoffs. If it's a blowout, maybe he can get on the court. Michael Ruffin wasn't a thought. This tells the whole story. This is after game one. They lose. Next game. Game two. Gilbert makes it his purpose to come out and shoot the ball. He shot 56% from the field. He played 46 minutes. This is the game he's so proud of. Game two. This is what he raved about. He had 39. He was 7 of 9 from the free throws. Notice, rebounds are down. Assists are down by 5. He gets his 39. Everybody else can't get the ball. Kwame Brown plays 21 minutes, only get to shoot 1 time. And he had 2 points. He got 4 rebounds this time and 1 assist. He was 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Eton Thomas was there. And now for the first time, but he only played 2 minutes, Michael Ruffin gets playing time. Where did Michael Ruffin come from? How did he skip the line? How did Michael Ruffin skip over Steve Blake and everybody else? LaRon Profit, Michael Ruffin gets 2 minutes and 33 minutes. Eton played 21. Juan Dixon at
Salute, Vicky. Lacey said, keep stumping. Always watch a man that talk fast and tells the story first. I was taught. Shout out to the mods in the chat. Oh, yeah, man. This dude faker than a goddamn on $4 bill.
Pillar came in for a couple minutes with Michael Ruffin. But he's activated in game 2. All of a sudden. Right? Kwame only got the ball a few times, but he only shot once. Now, no.
So remember all the post-ups that I was getting in that first game? All of that went away. They started calling 1-4 flat. They started calling a bunch of pick and roll plays that take me away from the basket, and Gil was chucking it up. They started calling a bunch of BS. And, of course, we lost.
No one mentions this, but this whole series was the Jared Jeffries screw-up series. That's who they put their stock in. Jared Jeffries. Oh, Jared Jeffries. Jared Jeffries was struggling the entire series, and nobody talked about him. I watched that series, and I remember Jared Jeffries being a bust. In my opinion, you want to talk about a bust? I was pissed off with Jared Jeffries.
If Gil didn't go to the coach and tell him I was in the way, can anybody tell me what would a player off the bench did wrong for having 13 points and 9 rebounds? If players in the league today get 13 points and 9 rebounds off the bench in 20 minutes, a coach would be happy as hell. With almost no plays ran for them, you just sprint the floor, hustle, play great defense, and you get 13 points and 9 rebounds off the bench, your coach is going to be pretty goddamn happy. Why would that result in with less minutes? You would think that would build to more minutes. That wouldn't end up being less minutes, and that wouldn't end up being less shots. But it ended up being less minutes, less shots, and then it ended up getting worse and worse.
Now, here's the thing that people need to know. They lost by 10. Gil was doing all that scoring when they was down. They were down 13-14. So he's getting all these garbage points, these LeBron points, when they don't matter. They're not getting back in the game because he ain't playing defense. And he's shutting down the rest of the team by playing this way. So that's why they down 0-2. He got to finally play the game he wants, where he just score a lot of points. And he's proud of this game. He's proud of the game that they lost by 10. The most.
And that's what I noticed about Gil. He never cared about winning. As long as he's winning, as long as he's scoring, then that's a win. If we won a game and he didn't score well, he didn't like that. He would come out the next game and shoot the ball every time he fucking touched it. Because he had to average a certain amount of points. Gil would go grab the stat sheet at halftime. He had to make sure he averaged a certain amount of points. He can care less about winning the game.
Points the Bulls beat them by is the game he scores 39. Ain't that what I said about Gil in the beginning? When the very first video, I said you can't win with him. You can't win with Gil. He only cares about what he looked like on the court. And Stackhouse, same thing, same problem. This is why I've never liked Jerry Stackhouse's game. I didn't like him on the Detroit Pistons. I'm like, I don't want Stack on the team. Everywhere you go, you notice they get rid of Stack because Stack believes he's a superstar. He came in the league thinking he was next to Michael Jordan. And they had to light his ass up in Philly. Everywhere Stack go, he got lit up. Because Stack think it's about him, he the star.
If it wasn't for Gil, y'all would have lost the series. That's cap. That is absolute cap. Gilbert Arenas only scored points one game. He had 39 that one game. Every game that they actually won, Gilbert wasn't the leading scorer. You about to see. Juan Dixon had 30-something points in one game off the bench. Larry Hughes came and saved him with 32 points. Gilbert is a sidekick in the playoffs. You're about to see. He showed you one game where he scored 39 points, probably took 25 shots. I don't know his shot total, but I'm pretty sure he probably took 25 shots, and we lost that game. So that's not winning basketball.
And everything, he clashed with Allen Iverson in Philly. He thought he was the star. They showed him and they got rid of him. He went to Detroit and Joe Dumars like, I got to get him out of here because Chauncey gonna choke him. They traded him for Rip Hamilton, and then it was a perfect fit. Team take right off. As soon as we got rid of Stack. Stack come to Washington, played with Michael Jordan. That was the worst thing ever. Then he ended up playing with Gil and them and made it terrible. The whole season, they were terrible. Gil can't play with Stack. He's just another Stack. They believe they're the stars. Stack is a role player. That is it. And his job was to play a role. That's why that second season was a disaster, because he was on the team. He can't play with Mike. That trade destroyed that whole second season. Nobody wants to hear that, though. Stack is just not a person that can play winning basketball. You're not going to win with Jerry Stackhouse's mentality. It's not going to work. Gilbert Arenas has the same mentality. You're not going to win with him. That's just the way it is. He's a guy that can score some points. That's it. So that's reality. This is why he wanted Kwame gone. This is why he wanted him out the way, because he was embarrassed. Kwame outperformed him in game one. And he was blaming it all on he's in the way. And of course, Ernie gonna be, well, get him out the way. Gilbert is our star. And when you start doing that, Eddie gonna say all this rope talk. Well, you know, we gotta give people some rope. Some people gonna have a longer rope, and some people just gonna have a shorter rope than others. This is why it came down to this. Because Eddie was never Ernie's pick. Eddie Jordan was already hit. That was Abe Pollin's pick to be the coach. So when Ernie got there, Ernie wanted to put his stamp on it. Like, you got to know I'm the boss. What I call, it goes. And Eddie just going to play the role. Once he realized, okay, he knows the chain of command. All right. We're gonna be all right. So it ain't that he liked Eddie because Eddie followed his word to the letter. If he told Eddie to do something, Eddie did it. Eddie ain't pushed back. Hey, man, look here, Ernie. Like, I got this. I'm coaching the team. I got it. We got it. Don't. Hell no. He wasn't doing that at all. Ernie said this the goal. That's the goal. So game 2 happens. Kwame played 21 minutes that game, right? Game 3, Washington changes the lineup. He said something like, I just wanted to try something new or whatever. I mean, typical coach stuff, Eddie said. But let's go into this game. Gil had 32 points, played 46 minutes. Jameson was 5 of 13. He had 21. Larry had 21. More of a balanced game, right? All these guys are getting the rock. The tempo is going their way. And this game, the referee gave them a hell of a lot of free throws. Kwame played less than 4 minutes in this game. Touched the ball. He was 0 for 1. He had 1 personal foul. And Michael Ruffin plays 21 minutes. Michael Ruffin comes in. He's 2 of 3. He gets 9 points because he shot 7 free throws. He was 5 of 7 from the free throw line. This was the game that the Washington Wizards, Gil had 10 points on the free throw line. Antoine Jameson shot 10 free throws. Look at that. Oh, my bad. I thought y'all could see all this time I was doing this. Look at the free throws. They just shot 49 free throws. They shot almost 50 free throws to beat the Chicago Bulls. They would have been down 3 games to none. The only person that didn't play in this game was Anthony Pilla, and it was a rout. They had to give Washington a game. So y'all won by 18 points because of all those free throws. 49 free throws it took to get y'all that victory, to extend the series. Now the very next game in Washington, the Wizards win that one. Kwame's off the team right now. They had the blow up. Everything's going down. So now there's no Kwame Brown. Right? Kwame's not on the team no more. They said Kwame Brown not with the team. That's what they had it. He's just not with the team right now. So they go on Michael Ruffin. Michael Ruffin gets 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 6 personal fouls. He was a foul machine. Michael Ruffin could not play defense without fouling. 3 points. Right? Who saves the game? Juan Dixon, who came off the bench, got 35 points. Gil was 6 of 12. He had 5 of 6 assists, 6 rebounds, 5 turnovers, 4 personal fouls, 23 points.
So once again, in a win, when Gilbert is not the leading scorer, our chances of winning goes up. So he shot less shots. He only shot 12 times, and we got to win. Every time you see Gilbert in the low 20s, high 20s of shooting, 9 times out of 10, we're going to lose. Him shooting the ball and scoring all that points ices everybody else out, and it's losing basketball. So Gilbert Arenas did not push the Wizards to victory. He was a sidekick in victory. Matter of fact, with him, less is more. So every time he played bad, the Wizards had a great chance of winning.
Thank God Juan Dixon had the breakout game he had. Gil shot 9 free throws. They shot almost 40 free throws in here. They shot 39. But Juan Dixon was on fire. He was 3 of 4 from 3. He kept the game afloat. Now, again, not Gilbert Arenas, Juan Dixon. So you want to know why Juan Dixon got paid? You're looking at it. You're seeing how all these people got paid. Now, let's go to the next one. All right, game 5. It's tied. Right? It's tied at 2. 2 games apiece. So they're going back to United Center. This is the game. Gil hit that shot. That was just accidental fluke shot. Gil, 5 of 14. He shot 35% from the field, 0 for 6 for 3. Larry Hughes, who was 11 of 24, who shot 14 free throws. Gil shot 9.
Once again, Gil was a sidekick, was not the leader of the team. Gilbert Arenas in a win is not the leading scorer. It is Larry Hughes this time. Gilbert Arenas, the more he shot, the more we lost. Every time he kept his shot count around 12 to 14 shots, that means other people who shot better percentage shots shot the ball and we won. It was a more balanced offense when he shot less. 14, 24, 9, 13, 10. That's balance. When you see Gil is the leading scorer, we lose. That's one fun fact he didn't want to show y'all. He plays losing basketball. That's why he shows you the stat sheet. But the part of the stat sheet he don't want to show you is the win-loss column.
He had 33 points. You want to know why he got paid? This game. Jeffries had 12, his best game. Jameson, 19. Brendan Hayward, 17 points. Eton, 1 of 3. Dixon was 3 of 6. Michael Ruffin, 3 of 3. Hell, he only had 2 personal fouls in this one, but he only played 10 minutes in this game. Right? 6 points. He shot no free throws. Pillar played. Kwame Brown is now suspended, and the rest of them didn't play. Very good. Gil hit a game-winning shot. Right? They up. Now it's going to game 6. This is it. The final game, elimination time. Right? Let's see it. Washington won. They eliminated the Bulls. But what happened in this game? Let's get to the closeout game. This is it. The closeout game. Gilbert Arenas, 43 minutes. This is no chill Gil. 6 of 24. 25%. 20% from 3.
This is a player that y'all said is so good because I told you it was 3 players on that team shooting the ball damn near 20 times a game amongst the 3 of them. Anton Jameson has 17 shots. Larry Hughes has 21 shots. Gilbert Arenas has 24 shots. At that time, there was only 20 more shots left to split. There's about 80, 85 shots in a basketball game. And if you look down the timeline, you'll see it. The rest of the team, 1 attempt, 2 attempts. These guys are not as good as y'all think they are. They just shoot volume shots. 6 for 24 is terrible. You guys give credit when there's no credit due. Somebody go out and shoot the ball 24 times and get 6? I'm not impressed.
Shot 7 free throws. He was 6 of 7 there. 19 points and 7 assists from your superstar. On a closeout game, Larry Hughes stepped up with 21. Jameson came in with 19. Brendan Haywood, 13. Jared Jeffries with 12. Juan Dixon had 7. He only played 14 minutes. Michael Ruffin played 25 minutes this night. He was 1 of 1. 4 points. 3 points, 4 personal fouls. But he played 25 minutes. Eton minutes were cut. And he had basically no points, nothing. He only played 10 minutes in the game. So Michael Ruffin was getting all the tick. And he was just a walking foul machine. But Gilbert Arenas wasn't closing the show. He wasn't the man. So everybody got paid because everybody was saving your ass. That's why everybody got paid. Everybody was saving your ass. Just like now. He go run to everybody else and get them to do something. So that's why everybody got paid. So that's what was going on, people. This man did nothing but lie to y'all. He made a whole video going over lies, twisting up people's words. Kwame Brown said he played the Miami Heat. He said he trained with Robert Parrish over in Sarasota, Florida, and you didn't flip that all the way around. Now, because he didn't sign with your agent definitely came to Kwame and told him he should sign with his agent. Because he knew, Arn told him, don't poach my talent. So he's like, look, I can't talk to him, but you can. You should suggest he sign with me, and I can get him a deal. You know, Gil, you give him the ball. There you go. Man, I don't care. This is it. This is it for him. I told you, this is the final one. I don't care what he say back. We are done. This has been going on for far too long, as we've been seeing right now. This stuff I'm not even going through because I don't want to rehash all of it back up. I'm just wanting to let you know the character of the person you're dealing with. All of those videos, you've been seeing them before. They already there. You know what this guy did and what he said. He got hit by a car with Chris Mill. He went back to go fight him after they tried to drown him in the pool. He tried to drown me. I came back with a gun. I was going, man, we were going to get it cracking. I was like, okay, this man has done tons of events, tons of arrests. We have seen there's mug shots. You can go look them up. Okay. So I just want y'all to know this is exactly what we were talking about with Gilbert Arenas. He comes up short when you need him the most. He chokes in big games. He's not ready for the big time. He never was that guy. Now, they're going to make this whole thing about Tyson Chandler like he was dominating, right? He was the guy that was doing them in. Okay. Well, let's take it back to when Kwame Brown was playing with the team. Let's see his defense on Tyson Chandler, because that's what they would do. They would throw Kwame Brown on Tyson Chandler and switch him off. Now, the person that was destroying them wasn't the guy that was on him, because they had Kwame playing power forward until Tyson Chandler get in there. Then they wanted to switch on Tyson Chandler because of height. But Tyson Chandler played 16 minutes coming off the bench for the Bulls when they played in game 1. Okay, let's go back. Tyson Chandler he was 0 for 1, right? 0 for 1, 2 for 4 on the free throw line. He had 2 points. Kwame had 13, out-rebounded him, everything, right? So Tyson Chandler is the guy that was doing it. Antonio Davis was another guy. And Othello Harrington, that was the other guy. So Othello Harrington, KB would be switching off on him, and sometimes No Shaloni would be there, but it was mostly Antonio Davis is the guy that was physical. You had to get up on him, and Othello Harrington. You know, so they had 9 and 10. Kwame outperformed all 3 of them basically the whole game. Now, let's get back. Yeah, because we're talking about win shares here. Let's get back to what's happening on this side of the ball. Game 2 where Kwame has 2 points and played 21 minutes, right? The game where it's unraveling. Tyson Chandler has 4 points. That's the guy that they match him up with when he come in. They put Tyson Chandler in the game. They put Kwame in the game. He got 4 points. While Gil is raving and ranting about 39 points he got in a losing effort. Your boy was, I was on fire. The guy you guarded, Kirk Heinrich, a white guy, is lighting your ass up on the other end. Why is Kirk Heinrich got 34? Not from the free throw line where he only shot 5 or 6. He was 12 of 15, 5 of 5 from 3. He was lighting your ass up. Oh, what you gonna say? Oh, that's Larry's job. No, that was your job. And you was bad at your job. Larry was on the switches, but that was your job. You fell asleep at the wheel. That was your ass. Now, let's go to game 3. Bam. Hit up game 3. Roll tape. Okay, here we go. Game 3. Right? This is the game y'all win because it was a free throw fest. Tyson Chandler comes in, plays in game 3. Remember, Kwame only played 3 minutes in this game. Tyson Chandler, they put Michael Ruffin in. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Let's be exact. Kwame Brown played 3 minutes and 54 seconds, almost 4 minutes of a game. Michael Ruffin played 21 minutes. Tyson Chandler ate him for breakfast. Tyson Chandler had 4 of 8, his best game of the series. He had not had double digits ever. He got 10 rebounds now. He's got 15 and 10 because you put Michael.
I want y'all to pay attention to these numbers. And Tyson Chandler went from 4 points to 15 and 10. He got 15 and 10. So they got him paid with this stubborn stupidity. They got Tyson Chandler paid.
Michael Ruffin was goddamn supposed to be in the Temptations. What the hell Mike doing out here on the court? You put Michael Ruffin in there off instead of Kwame Brown. And as a coach and on the coaching staff, I need to see that. Because you can't have Tyson Chandler going off for 15 points and getting 10 rebounds. Now we saw what happened when Kwame was playing him, right? We saw what happened when Kwame was playing in the game. Tyson Chandler wasn't getting all that. He was getting 2 and 4. He couldn't get that on Kwame, that he was getting on Michael Ruffin. You see that right there, right? But no, they made this decision. Right? Hey, you don't lie, right? It's telling the game. Now, the next game, Kwame ain't playing. Again, Tyson Chandler, 13 points, 13 rebounds. Kwame's like, no, y'all got it. Y'all don't need me. Tyson Chandler, 13 and 13. Y'all got Michael Ruffin playing. Now Tyson Chandler has come alive. He shoots 15 free throws in the game. Because what did I tell you about Michael Ruffin? He is a foul machine. He can't play without fouling. Where Michael Ruffin? Look, 6 fouls. What I tell you? 6 fouls. He can't play without fouling. He fouled out, and he would have played more minutes. But Kwame in the way. Kwame was in my way. That's how I had 9 points. Kwame was in the way. But we supposed to believe he didn't say that. Make it make sense, good people. Make it make good sense. Now we're seeing Tyson Chandler coming alive in this series now that Kwame Brown isn't here. Now, in this one, Tyson Chandler was 9 of 11, 22 points and 10. 22 and 10 off the bench for Tyson Chandler. Again, what has changed when this guy was getting 2 and 4 points a game when Kwame Brown was on him? Now they've got Michael Ruffin on him. This man is shooting 9 free throws. He's 9 of 11 from the field. He got 22 goddamn points. But again, they know everything, right? You think these coaches didn't see that? Kwame suspended. Michael Ruffin, 10 minutes. 2 fouls, 6 points. Right. Eton had to defend him, and Brandon Hayward, he's soft. He had to go in there. There was nothing they could do. See, there's 2 sides to the basketball. Offense and defense. Brandon Hayward is going to be too soft to deal with Tyson Chandler. They know that. That's why when Kwame was in there, he was able to be physical with him. Tyson Chandler couldn't do what he wanted to do with Kwame Brown. They know that. But they got to appease the superstar and give him what he wants. So, again, another double-double in rebounds. 11 rebounds, 14 points, and 35 minutes for Tyson Chandler.
And so none of the coaches saw this. None of the coaches, all because of this disrespectful, I'm in my feelings. Kwame don't want to do what I want. Kwame don't want to listen to my agent. All because I'm an individual and I'm not with that. If I make a decision, I make a decision. Don't get in my way. after playing well, like I said, Gilbert Arenas out of nowhere tells a coach, says it in a newspaper, that I'm in his way. I ain't going to do shit with the basketball. In the newspaper, this is the starting point guard saying this of a team in the playoffs fighting for a goal. And then when asked, what the hell is you, why would you play games like that? It's now I'm upset with you. Now I'm this, now I'm that. No, I just don't fuck with you. I got every right to be upset. Kwame is always playing victim. Okay, playing numbers and showing the difference between me playing and me not playing, and showing a player in Tyson Chandler who they pretty much got paid, because I bet my life to a leaf he wouldn't average these numbers on me. Matter of fact, you can already see the proof is in the pudding. He wouldn't have had no 13 and 11 on me. So they got Tyson Chandler paid because of what he did to them in the playoffs. This is a shame. All because Gilbert Arenas was in his feelings. All because Gilbert Arenas was in his feelings, and he had the coaching staff on the chokehold. Any coaching staff could have seen that Tyson Chandler went from a mediocre to non-existent to mediocre player to all-star numbers with one player leaving the facility. He went from mediocre, non-existent to mediocre player to all-world talent after Kwame Brown left. None of the coaches saw this, though. Guess I was right about Gilbert Arenas.
So you want to know how he got paid? Because Kwame Brown went in the game. That's how he got paid. So Tyson Chandler, you better thank Kwame Brown and the Washington Wizards and Eddie Grunfield, because they got you paid. They got you paid. Sabotage the team. I told you that's what he was doing.
They didn't start winning when I left, but they started winning when he shot less. Look at all the stat sheets where he shot less. They started winning when he shot less. That's what y'all don't want to see. Y'all want to look at stat sheets. Y'all want to listen to everything he says. There's a stat sheet you can go find, and the stat sheet is going to show an ugly truth. He's a show pony. He can put asses in the seats with deep threes, because at that time nobody was doing it. But other than that, not so much.
Don't do. I said, man, this dude's a fool. Then they played the Miami Heat, and they called up Kwame and said, are you in shape? Can you come play? Because they had to go up against Shaq. And they know Michael Ruffin can't do nothing with no damn Shaq. But it's Gil's team. Gil the star. This is your time to shine. You got the Wayne Wade. This is what you get to shine. You get to show you the superstar, Gil. You the one Ernie tied himself to. You gonna be his Michael Jordan. Well, let's take a look, Jordan. You was 8 of 21, 38% from the field. 2 of 9.
38%. 38%. Once again.
9 for 3. Good Lord. Superstar. How many assists you have, superstar?
Once again, Gilbert Arenas shoots less, and it's a more balanced scoring. He shoot less. He's not the leading scorer. Larry Hughes is 25, 23, 10, 13, 10. When he shoots less, they have a chance to win.
One assist, 4 rebounds. He got 6 steals, 25 points. Oof. Michael Ruffin, 18 minutes in the game, 6 fouls, no points. KB, he's suspended. Eton had to deal it out. They activated Anthony Pillin now. Pill is playing 12 minutes. Ooh, that's looking bad. Let's look at what the Heat brought to the table. Let's look at what Heat did. They had Eddie Jones out there and D Wade, 2 defensive guards. Right? 2 defensive guards. Right? D Wade had 20, Eddie had 12, Damon Jones had 10, Shaq had 19, UD had 8. Wasn't nothing crazy. Everybody stayed balanced. But defensively, shutting you down. Right? Wade wasn't shooting no threes. It wasn't nothing crazy out there. And they were able to beat y'all. That was in game 1. They won 105-86. It wasn't even close. Game 2, maybe y'all will get a little closer. Let's see what happened in game 2. In game 2, y'all got a little closer. Okay, let's see what Gil did. Let's see what old Arenas did. Arenas was 9 of 19, shot 47%. He shot 10 free throws. There you go, 3 of 9. He had 28 points. He got 5 assists now. There you go. He's stepping it up. But Antoine Jameson stepped up. See, that's how Antoine got paid. So Antoine Jameson scores 32, covering the slack for Gil. 11 for 22. The big man on campus ain't the big man on campus, but he did have a decent game this time. Now, the bench was under control. Michael Ruffin comes in with 4 personal fouls and no points, but that's who they wanted to pick. This is why they were begging Kwame Brown to go back, because they knew they made a mistake with Michael Ruffin. They tried to get Gil to contact him to get him to come back. They did everything they could to get Kwame Brown to come back to the team. Now, why would that be the case? Why would they try to get Kwame Brown to come back to the team if they didn't need him? They wouldn't even contact him no more. They in there begging him to come back. Please play. We sorry, all right? Michael Ruffin ain't the answer. Goddamn. Why didn't you talk about that? Gil, why don't you talk about how you contacted that man and tried to get him to come back? I'm sorry. So now, all of a sudden, Brendan Haywood, Derek Jeffries, everybody, right? Miami Heat goes to DC. They win again. They go up 3-0. D Wade, 31 on you, 14 of 27. He only shot 1 3, only shot 4 free throws. Put up 31 with just 4 free throws. He was killing you, boy. 16. Damon Jones, 5 of 11. Go ahead, Damon. Morning was in there, 14. Shaquille O'Neal was hurt. Shaq didn't even play. Shaquille O'Neal didn't even play. You got Alonzo Mourning with his kidney issues coming in getting 13 rebounds and 14 points to help seal the deal while Shaq is sitting out and didn't play. What did Gil do? 7 of 19, 36% from the field, 2 of 10 from 3, shooting 20%. Ugh. This ain't the guy that scored 60 on Kobe in a regular season game. But here's what his big contribution at. He had 14 assists. That's a record high for him. 20 points and 14 assists, but he had 6 turns.
I told you, Gil knows what I know. When he shoots the ball a lot, we lose. Gil stops shooting the ball, we win. Team win. 20% from three-pointer. He's 2 for 10. This is supposed to be the great shooter. He always act like, we didn't shoot a lot of threes in that era. That's a lot of threes for one guy. 10 3-pointers in a game is a lot. Today's era, back then, all that. That's a lot of threes. Especially when you're not hitting none. I told you, Gil, you're not a winner like that. You're going to expose the ugly truth. You was just a guy in the regular season that shot the ball. You average about 20 shots a game. Look at this, 19. You're going to make sure you stay around 20 shots a game. And then some games you're going to hit 7. You're going to hit 5. Some games you're going to hit 11. Some games you're going to hit 14. And that's all you did.
Oof. Man, that's just bad. Jameson had 21. You got 19 from Hughes, 15 from Brandon Haywood and everything. Jeffries, once again, what I tell you about Jeffries, 2 of 6, 4 points, most overhyped man I've ever seen in my life. Now, nobody played really over here. Michael Ruffin and Juan Dixon are the 2 reserves that played. Y'all played a game where 2 reserves played. Eton Thomas didn't even play that game. Anthony Peeler didn't play. KB is out. They had 2 reserves on the bench. They played 7 people the entire game. Larry and Gilbert played the whole game. That's crazy. That is crazy. 7 people played the whole game. And here it is, the sweep. Swept away. Didn't win one game. Dwayne Wade, 42 points in the closeout game. 13 of 21, almost 60% from the field. He didn't shoot 1 3-pointer. 17 free throws. Good Lord, Wade. 16 out of 17. That is a lot. 42 points. 13. Once again, Morning is out. Shaq didn't even dress. So Shaq only played 2 games in the whole series. Alonzo Mourning, once again, came in and played and gave them some minutes, but he only played 17 minutes. They had Michael Doliak play. Doliak had 8. He was 3. He was 3 of 8 from the field. He got 8 points. Michael Doliak came in and played well. That's crazy. Now, let's see what Gil did, right? This is the game. Gil's got to break out and do something. This is an elimination game. Gil was 5 of 17, 29%. Big game. Y'all finna get closed out. You got to step up, Gil. 25 points, 3 assists. Coming up small. This is what we call small ballage. Small ballage, Gil.
Once again, Gil didn't show up. Every big game. That's his MO. He's a regular season guy.
Them balls get real small when the game is on the line. Just like we said, you do. You come up short in the clutch. Well, you always come up short in the clutch. Come up short. 25. He shot 19 free throws himself. He got 14 points on the free throw line. Ugh. You shot 19 free throws, dog. You got no excuses. You were 1 of 7 from 3, 14%. You putting up Bronny numbers in the playoffs? Wow. Juan Dixon put in 15. He shot better than you. Hit more threes than you. Man, Michael Ruffin put in 19 points. I mean, not 19, 19 minutes, 1-1. Got 2 rebounds and 2 points in 20 minutes. But everybody want to talk about Kwame Brown. Okay. So, that's it. That's your hero. That's right. Very unbiased. Don't know why he act like he was that dude. Because it's the internet. You can lie and tell people everything. This is why Draymond Green had the words he said when he was looking at Gil's arena and was like, hey, man, look, ain't none of y'all no winners. The only person that won something was Nick Young. He was on the team, but look, none of y'all don't know anything about championship. None of y'all was real winners. Kenyon Martin the only one. Hell, McCants, was he even in the league? BJ, I love BJ as a player. You know, it broke my heart when he told his ACL with Detroit. We was going to go somewhere big with him. It's okay for me to start talking. I'm going to go sit here. This is recent, folks. This is recent. This is like a couple days ago. He think it's okay to start talking about sports gambling.
Right? It's always the stars or so, you know, you see something that happens like 50 grand of bets on this person. That's a red flag all the time.
Red flag.
So you get red flag, and then one decides, I'm scared for my life. He tells on his bookie. They arrest the bookie. Now, what does the bookie have?
You got a bunch of books with a bunch of names.
Yeah. And that's what's coming out. The names.
Now, do the NBA, because in the NFL, when we're rookies, we have the rookie symposium.
Mm-hmm.
Every week, after like once a week, all the rookies always have to meet and do like a rookie class at the end of the day. And they would inform us about money, girls, budgeting, gambling. We used to have a guy, Mike Francesa. He was in that actual Goodfellas. He's one of the characters was based off of him. And he would come talk to our team every year. Like, look, fellas, this is what they do. This is how do they do that in the NBA?
No.
They don't educate these kids?
No. And
Gilbert Arenas.
Gilbert, you are a flat out liar. All you do is lie. Anybody can look up the NBA has people in place. Every year they have people through the Players Association that come around every single year. So why lie, bro? He got y'all brainwashed.
Says the NBA does not educate the kids. They do not educate you coming in the league. This is what Gilbert Arenas just said, ladies and gentlemen. Gilbert Arenas said they do not educate the players coming in the league. If Kwame Brown is in the chat, Kwame, are you in this chat? Because if you are in this chat, you played in this league. Please, please, please inform. That's if he's still in the chat. I heard. No. Now let me play that again for y'all, and I'm gonna bring all this up. Gilbert Arenas said no, and he said it with conviction. This boy lying. There is a class. I know. That's what I'm saying. But look how adamant he was to say no. He probably skipped the damn class, like he skipped every class he ever did in high school and college.
One decides, I'm scared for my life. He tells on his bookie. They arrest the bookie. Now, what does the bookie have?
Now he already telling. How do you know, Gilbert Arenas, about a bookie? Okay, how do you know about a bookie and what a bookie have and all this? You are under federal indictment for illegal gambling, and you talking about bookies, you dummy? Do you not realize what you're dealing with? If your lawyer saw this, he probably want to slap you in the mouth. Quit making his job harder. The feds gonna pick up all this crap. They're like, is this guy playing with us? Is he really this stupid?
Got a bunch of books with a bunch of names.
Yeah, and that's what's coming out. The names.
Now, do the NBA, because in the NFL, when we're rookies, we have the rookie symposium.
Mm-hmm.
Every week after, like once a week, all the rookies always have to meet and do like a rookie class at the end of the day. And they would inform us about money, girls, budgeting, gambling. We used to have a guy, Mike Francesa. He was in that actual Goodfellas. He's one of the characters was based off of him. And he would come talk to our team every year. Like, look, fellas, this is what they do. This is how do they do that in the NBA?
No.
They don't educate these kids?
No. And even if they did, you're talking about a bunch of kids that are 18, 19, and 20, and everything you just said to them sounds exciting.
Yeah.
The girls, yes, give it
I know, 1,000%. But you got to talk to them about it.
I know, but
you got to talk to them
it's
about
like, yeah, like they're bringing, the problem is, like, they're smart on bringing a gambler. Here, you have to bring a superstar that has about 50 kids that he can show, look at my life. Does it look like I'm happy? All the child support out and paid. Like, here's my debt. Ha, right? I made $200 million. I have a bank account of 40,000. There you go. You don't want to be me. We were looking at it like, yeah.
See, the NFL does that.
What they do?
They do that at that symposium. They'd have guys like Chris Carter that would come up and talk about, the problems he had off the field. They had a bunch of
getting a fall guy. That's what Chris Carter said.
He's supposed to get a fall guy. But like, I think that's like, I specifically remember talking about with our team the dangers of sports gambling. Now, everyone that's trying to jump on the whole, this is happening because gambling's in sport. This has been happening forever. There was a freaking, they fixed the World Series back in like 1832, and then they've had the points in this and college. This shit happens all the time. But like, it's just, I don't know.
The problem with it is one, you do not know who's who. Right. So what ends up happening is you get compromised. Like, most athletes, they gamble, they're competitive. Right. So if they're playing poker or do this, they don't want to lose. Yeah. So sometimes, usually, when I hear numbers like they lost 200,000, 500,000, a million, I just assume 95% they got cheated. So anytime I ever played at a home game, I'm looking at who's working together. I'm not looking at, I'm just who's playing, who's not playing.
You playing home games?
I played when I first started. That's all I knew, home games. And then I'm sitting there looking like, yeah, so what do you do for a living? What do you do? Like, you guys are betting money. Like, that you are Jeff Bezos. Yeah. Like, it doesn't, like, I'm not even looking at my cars, 10 grand. This doesn't make sense. Your upkeep don't look rich. Like, you know what I mean? It just there's nothing. But they're playing like so I'm like, who's backing you? Who's this? So once I start keeping that out, I was like, I'll just go to the casino. Yeah. And then so what happens is you get compromised because you lost, you got cheated, and then that person who got you says, look, you don't have to pay. Look, just let me throw some games in your name. You bring some people here, you invite them, you bring somebody to lose, I give you 50 grand. That happens. Now you don't realize that's the mob.
That's the mob.
And now you are hooked because they got you, they got everything, and then that's how it always starts.
Damn.
Now it's amazing that this man is under federal indictment. Gilbert Arenas.
It's not like I just volunteered to pay.
Everything he.
Man, goodness gracious, boy. The only thing I'm going to say is this sound like projection. Gil, projection. I think Cino going to diagnose the situation beautifully. He think the reason why the feds is asking for a continuance is just to let Gil talk more. Gil seemed to be giving them everything they need. To get on a podcast and say anything about anything is stupid. So I don't get it.
Got you.
Wow.
They got you. They got everything, and then that's how it always starts.
Man.
Now it's amazing.
You got backing. Who's this? So once I started peeping that out, I was like, I'll just go to the casino.
Yeah.
And then so what happens is you get compromised because you lost, you got cheated, and then that person who got you says, look, you don't have to pay. Look, just let me throw some games in your name. You bring some people here, you invite them, you bring somebody to lose, I give you 50 grand. That happens. Now you don't realize that's the mob.
That's the mob.
And now you are hooked because they got you, they got everything, and then that's how it always starts.
Man.
Now it's amazing that this man is under federal indictment. Gilbert Arenas.
It's not like I just volunteered to pay.
Everything he don't know about. I know nothing. I don't know nothing about what's going on over there. I don't know nothing. I'll tell you. What if you got 250,000? A man come up to you and he says, hey, why don't you bring some friends? You can work off this debt. And that's how it goes. Really? You
Hey, this the guy that's winning.
Are you going to say anything else that the feds can do? This is why they ask for more time, Gil. This is why they ask for a continuance. They said, Your Honor, we need more time. Because the more time we got, the more this idiot is going to keep digging the grave. He gonna create about 4 new cases for himself just by doing interviews. He is Exhibit A, because all they're going to be doing is playing him. They don't need me at all. This guy here gives up every damn thing. And now you see why Kwame said, I don't want a guy like this talking for me. I don't want this guy, Gilbert, talking for me. This is why. Now, this man said there's no class there. Now, look, NBA's mandatory rookie transition program is a class for rookies that teach them what to look out for, focusing on financial education, career development, media training, management. Look at this.
See, no, he wasn't paying attention in rookie transitional programs. He was too busy trying to be a pimp. Why would he pay attention in rookie transitional program? I don't think he was lying about this. I really don't think he know. He was probably just going to sleep in there. But Gil, there's a such thing called the NBA's mandatory rookie transitional program, Gil. You know, the one that you said you wanted to be a pimp? Yeah, that was it, Gil. So all you've been doing is getting up here lying and trying to get people to believe your bull crap lies when you mix in a little bit of truth. But at the end of the day, Gil, you got amnestied and got sent home. You went out like they amnestied you and sent you home.
Media training, management. Look at that. Y'all think I'm great? Look at that. Everything the man just was asking him. Julian Edelman asked him all of this, managing the physical and mental demands of the league. Rookie team about budgeting, nutrition, rest, stress management, social media through presentations and interactive workshops. They also prepared for the sleep increase and competition and workload, travel, practice, the high number of games. They teach every damn thing. Unbelievable. This man said there is no program. Not only is there not a program, but everybody remember Randy Livingston, but you guys are too young.
Hey, but that's it for me, y'all. I am tired. But I think we debunked everything this dude said. Damn, I'm cooking the hell out of him. Oh, yeah. I mean, the black hole straight ethered this dude. Shout out to Karceno for taking this time to find out everything that this dude was lying about. But Gil, man, it's sad, man. Everything you said and did was cap. You tried to make it seem like Tyson Chandler did this and this and that. Tyson Chandler turned into a straight monster, all-star when y'all took me out of the game. There was no reason for me to be out of the way scoring 13-9 the first game. So tell us whatever story you want to tell, Gil, but I'm just glad you done telling it. Thank you, Gil. Y'all have a blessed night. For those of you who said I lied and all that, I forgive you. I ain't tripping. Y'all can say whatever you want to say. But the truth always is what it is. But have a blessed night. I'm up out of this thing. I'm gone.